A war of worlds has erupted.
Kenny Omega, the Alpha Titan of professional wrestling. Have we ushered in a brave new world in professional wrestling?
Key battles already lost.
Or have we just opened up Pandora's box?
Now, amidst the carnage and destruction, these men collide in a six-way #1 contenders match
to determine the #1 contender for Kenny Omega's Impact World's Championship.
Sami Callihan, Chris Bay, Matt Cardona, Trey Miguel, Chris Sabin, Booze. 6 incredible athletes, 6 unique personalities, 6 men on a collision course with one singular purpose. The chance to take down Kenny Omega and reclaim the Impact World Championship.
To be the #1 contender, to be the one that represents this company with that beautiful title, that says a lot.
You want to be the guy who looks across the ring, Kenny Omega, and you want to be the guy to bring the title home.
And the war continues with another consequential battle.
Juice Robinson, David Finlay, Eddie Edwards, do you know what you have started? The best trios in the entire world!
Eddie Edwards and the Impact World Tag Team Champions FinJuice battle the Good Brothers and the Impact AEW Champion Kenny Omega. Impact Wrestling presents Under Siege.
What's up, everybody, and welcome. We are Under Siege. What a night we expect to have
here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your Under Siege opening contest. It is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Bayside, New York, the most professional wrestler, Brian Myers.
Something about the smooth sounds of David Penzer kicking off a night of wrestling that feels good to me. Brian Myers, on the other hand, just as you've often said, always seems to be in a bad mood, D'Lo Brown.
Bad mood Brian is what he is, and it was what he will always be. And walking here to Under Siege, it is no different. There's bad mood Brian.
And interesting that people often say that your mood is indicative of the quote-unquote spirits around you. And coming into this match here tonight, there are some people that have whispered that bad mood Brian is also bad luck Brian, and some of his actions might be coming back to him.
Well, when the death card gets laid on your chest, I think you're kind of marked there, so bad luck might be to say the least.
His opponent accompanied to the ring by Rosemary and Crazy Steve, representing DK, Black Taurus.
Bad luck and trouble, my only friends. Born under a bad sign, Black Taurus has brought decay to a level that I don't think they've ever seen.
Well, he brings the strength, the power, and just look at him. Intimidation. That is Decay's core. And this man is just flat out scary.
We expect an intense, hard-hitting contest here to kick off Under Siege. Thank everyone for joining us. Don't think it's lost on D'Lo and myself that we understand those of us here on the Impact Plus app, we're part of something special. So thanks for being here with us, and we expect to see some special things here tonight, including 2 big matches. D'Lo, 6-way to determine #1 contendership for Kenny Omega's title. And speaking of which, Kenny Omega's in a big 6-man tag match tonight.
Yeah, both matches are huge. We're gonna, like you said, see the 6-man that is gonna determine the representative of Impact to go after the title. And man, to have the world's champion here tonight on Under Siege, that's the thing we all wanna have.
Music fades, the lights normalize, and there's only one thing left. It's the wrestling. Brian Myers steps through, is prepared to do just that. Here we go.
And smartly, Brian Myers is circling around, goes right in on Taurus. The power, the strength on full display right off the bat.
Big collar and elbow tie up there, and Myers cannot match strength with Taurus. You could just see it.
Oh, so he's complaining about a hair pull now.
So now, if Myers can't match strength, can Myers out-wrestle Black Taurus?
Maybe it's not out-wrestle, maybe he has to outwit. He has to go next level thinking. A different strategy, dip and dive around, don't go straight head forward.
Oh, he said next level in thinking. Now does Myers, does he get caught up in what Rosemary and Crazy Steve have been doing?
I know I would. I mean, that's very distracting to have Rosemary and Crazy Steve standing out there while you're looking at a dude with horns. It's very distracting.
Good, strong standing side headlock by Black Taurus. Myers positions his body well, alleviates the pressure, went for the big tackle. Taurus rolled over, went for the clothesline, did Myers. Taurus has Myers caught up here.
Oh, wow, that's strong right off the bat.
Cover! 2. I asked the question, is Myers a better wrestler? Right now? I don't know.
Taurus is showing you everything right now. This is why Brian Myers is taking this time out. He's backing up because I think Taurus caught him off guard with that strength and power.
So right now, Black Taurus 2-0 if you're kind of scoring, or strength position in the beginning with the collar and elbow ties, then the out wrestle, but just like that, Myers shoots the waist, comes back to the head, and now controls the arm. Nicely done.
This is what Brian Myers has got to do. He's got to go out there and he's got to control Taurus, and it's been difficult so far, especially with Taurus showing athleticism like that.
I'm liking what I'm seeing here out of both fighters. Taurus smartly in for a cover, went for the near leg, and Myers will not go down like that.
No, and now he's calling timeout. He's retreating a little bit, rethinking a game plan, because everything he had, everything he planned all week, it ain't working.
So here we go. It's about making adjustments.
Wow. He just punched Crazy Steve.
Maybe that's the adjustment that Myers needed to make. Needed to change up the energy. And just like that, most professional might, you know.
But that was great thinking. He distracted Taurus by punching Crazy Steve. Taurus came out there to check on Crazy Steve, and Brian Myers took advantage of it. That's what I mean by next level thinking.
Yep. Also knows that Steve can't physically get any type of revenge, at least right now, otherwise risk a disqualification.
Right, I mean, it's great strategy. I hate to give the devil his due, but damn.
Ooh, nicely done there. Big power suplex, float over leg cover, just a 2.
And now you see Brian Myers gathering his thoughts. Now start attacking the midsection of Black Taurus.
D'Lo, when you look at Brian Myers as an athlete, purely as an athlete, he has every tool needed for success.
Oh no, he does. He's got size, strength. He can hit for power, for average. I mean, you've seen he's a thinking man's wrestler. It's just his attitude is always the problem.
Cover, turning the head, but the footwork, the ring placement, the proximity to the opponent after the impact of the move. Just something like this right here. High impact move, cover, no, bam, grab the hold.
Yeah, it's great thinking. It's forcing Black Taurus right now to carry Brian Myers' weight, and it's also impeding his way to breathe. So, I mean, great strategy, but now Black Taurus is fighting out.
That may be the difference, at least thus far in this match. We talked about it early. Taurus had the advantage on the power with the tie-ups and the wrestling. But then Myers changed the mood in the building, and now this.
It feels like ever since Brian Myers punched Crazy Steve, Brian Myers is now thinking a move ahead now, as opposed to a move behind, which he was doing in the early part of the match.
Yep. Right now it's been the turning point. Brian Myers gets it. And Brian Myers is a big sports fan, and we make these comparisons a lot. It's hard not to, but he understands how a game, how a match cover here can shift.
Yeah, momentum can switch aside in an instant. It only takes a second or two to turn something around. You just gotta have the wherewithal and wrestling acumen to do that. Look at this. Controlling the head of Black Taurus. And Brian Myers is definitely showing me something here. He changed the way this match was, and now he's controlling every aspect of it.
D'Lo, I'd imagine that most wrestlers in this position would want the match to go at this pace. But when you think about the 6-man match later on tonight, as well as the 6-way match for the #1 contendership, I think that those matches are going to be far more fast-paced.
They'll be a little more elevated, except for when guys like Moose get in there, and then Moose will just slow it down. Or, for example, the 6-man tag, when the big LG gets in there, those heavy hitters want to slow the pace down, where the smaller guys want to up that tempo.
What do you prefer, the faster pace, or younger you prefers the faster pace, older you prefers the grind,
Well,
eh?
I've never been the sveltest of individuals, so I've always liked the slow, methodical pace.
Listen, it makes for a long and prosperous career. A lot of people talk about the salaries of athletes and actors and everyone in the world, but a lot of professional wrestlers will tell you, you earn every single cent.
Yeah, there's no nights off in professional wrestling, not one single night off. Especially when you get hit with a concrete forearm like that one.
Myers aggressively getting Black Taurus up. Myers has something in mind, but so does Taurus. Nicely done.
Once again, you can literally feel the ring shift momentum the other way now into Black Taurus's favor. Now it's whoever can get up to their toes first. Look at this. Black Taurus up to the top, coming over that twisting cross body. Man, how can a man that big be so agile?
Black Taurus trying to collect itself.
It's funny how you called it itself. Oh,
not really sure. Taurus on the move. Look at that, Clockwork Bulldog. Myers staggered to his feet. Taurus in position.
Oh,
Holy crucifix bomb!
wow.
2, no! Oh!
Wow, and Black Taurus is bringing the Lucha Libre out here now because that's not something Brian Myers is accustomed to seeing. Hell, that's not something we're accustomed to seeing.
How good is Black Taurus? Wow.
And now you hear Crazy Steve and Rosemary shouting on words of encouragement.
D'Lo, I firmly believe that the match that kicks off a night determines the entire night.
Whoa.
We're in for a good one.
Oh, whoa, 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 Black Taurus is... Oh, big shoulder breaker. I didn't know where that was going.
No leg hook, and I think he picked up on something. It looked like Taurus was trying to swing Myers' body over for a backbreaker, but didn't realize actually how big and thick Myers truly is. But credit to Taurus, he still turned it into an offensive maneuver.
Yeah, he was caught between two minds there and just went for the best option.
Aren't we all? Myers gives up the back. We've seen him do it before. Taurus bit.
Yeah, that's plan 101 from Brian Myers. He knows that perfectly.
Pick it up, flatliner, drives it, Myers over, leg hook, ref down.
And Black Taurus is showing some intestinal fortitude, not allowing Brian Myers to capitalize on these high-impact maneuvers.
See the look in Myers' eyes there? Is it about, again, that luck? Is it about what Rosemary's been doing? You know, flashing that card, hearing those whispers?
I'm thinking it's a little bit of, hey, I just hit Black Taurus with a hell of a move, and he kicked out, like, no problem. What do I got to do? Ooh, apparently that's not it.
Hard slugging shot by Black Taurus.
Ooh. And now this is a dangerous area here.
Yeah.
You know, both men 3 or 4 feet up in the air, and you only go up there. Black Taurus seemed a little dazed there for a second.
And Myers knows he doesn't want to get hung up there, and he kind of baited again.
Is that a thumb in the eye?
This is Manzer's beast, and guess who's gonna win?
Here is your winner, Brian Myers.
What a perfectly played physical chess battle. Brian Myers, checkmate.
Striker, I could swear, and I wish we get a replay here. It looked right before this, I wish we could go back, it looked right before that Brian Myers stuck his thumb in Black Taurus' eye, blinding him for that second so he could hit the roster cut.
What a way to kick it off. Lots to talk about. Hello, everybody, and welcome. Under Siege is underway. We continue tonight rolling with Susan and Kimberly versus Tennille Dashwood and Taylor Wilde.
But a man making his Impact Plus debut, W. Morrissey, is going to take on Chocolate Thunder, Willie Mack.
In addition to that, we will see a #1 contenders match for the Impact World Tag Team titles. Ace and Fulton versus TJP and Petey versus Triple XL versus Shira and Rohit.
And in a match for the Knockout Tag Team titles, the former champs get their rematch versus the current champs, Jordan Grace and Rachel Ellering.
And this will be one for the ages. The X Division title. the champion Josh Alexander, the challenger, the world-renowned El Phantasmo.
And in a six-way #1 contenders match for the Impact World title, Chris Sabin versus Trey Miguel versus Matt Cardona versus Sami Callihan versus Chris Bay versus Moose.
Then one that has had a lot of chatter surrounding it. Eddie Edwards will stand side by side with the Impact World Tag Team Champions FinJuice to do battle with the Good Brothers, the All Elite Wrestling and Impact Champion Kenny Omega. Ladies and gentlemen, let's keep this night rolling. Let's go back to the ring.
Trust me, I am Susan.
The following tag team contest is set for one fall. Introducing team #1, Kimberly, it's Susan.
D'Lo, what do you make of this?
Susan's always upset at somebody somewhere, and she always wants to tell everybody all about it.
Not to be an obvious play on words or a pun, but I think there's havoc in the Deonna Purrazzo camp. I don't mean havoc the wrestler. She's challenging Deonna Purrazzo for the Knockouts title, but there is chaos amidst Kimber, Susan, and Knockouts champion Deonna Purrazzo. I can feel it. This night's about feeling.
Well, what I feel right now is, as soon as Taylor Wilde and Neil Dash will get out here, this whole situation is going to change a little bit.
A lot of things changing here. They'll change again in June at Against All Odds. And then, of course, Slammiversary 7/17. Will it be lucky? We'll find out.
Their opponents first, accompanied to the ring by Caleb with a K from Melbourne, Australia, Tennille Dashwood.
So, D'Lo, there are some that are saying that Tennille is playing a brilliant game, and there are others that are saying Tennille is actually completely ignorant of the fact that Taylor Wilde doesn't really want to be a part of this, does she?
No, Taylor does not want to be, she's a reluctant pairing. I can tell you, Taylor does not want to be friends with this woman. She doesn't even want to tag with her, but here we are at Under Siege, and they have their tagging together.
Tennille's been on the hunt, so it seems, for a partner. And Tennille's latest and greatest talk show. There's a lot of people doing just that, talking, but it's all about her.
Yeah,
you like it, don't you?
That's a great concept. Like, hey, let me invite people there. They can talk about me. I think it's awesome. I should have thought of that 20 years ago.
Isn't that called social media?
Her tag team partner from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, Taylor Wilde.
So we've been talking about it, moods and energies all night long. You can feel everything change when Taylor Wilde comes in back to the arena, into the ring, and when she finally returned, you really felt it, didn't you?
This woman is always smiling. She's always full of energy, but don't get her mad, bro. Don't get her mad at all.
It's kind of cool when Taylor sings her entrance. Maybe from here on in, I'm going to let her do the talking when she's walking. I can't.
It's amazing to me. Taylor Wilde was gone for almost a decade, and watching her in the ring, it looks like she was gone for 10 hours, not 10 years.
Not missed a step. Perhaps Tennille knows as well, hitching her wagon.
I don't think Susan liked that guitar solo there.
Test of strength there, not going to win that against Taylor Wilde, former Knockouts champion.
And Taylor's, she's a fine wrestler. She knows how to, you know, manipulate her body, move leverages around, move angles around to get the best of you.
Nicely done there, look at this. Taylor Wilde has a bit of Van Hammer, a bit of Tanahashi to her, you know?
And she's got one of the greatest arm drags in the wrestling business today.
Saying a lot, and it's a lost art.
It is a lost
scissor
art.
got caught by Kimberly. The tag was made blindly by Tennille. Tennille is legal. And look at this, Tennille and Taylor working together in tandem.
Yeah,
Alliteration.
that's surprising to see how they're working together. Oh, wow!
Oh, wow, and just like that. Timing slightly off as far as doing it with synchronicity, but it looks like they are on the same page.
Yeah, I mean, they're communicating.
Interesting representation of the personal relationship in the physical manifestations.
Wait, that's a whole hell of a lot what you just said. I'm gonna act like I'm gonna go look it up. Hold on.
Hey,
I gotta look that up.
Saturday night, you gotta feel good, you gotta love it. Where else would you rather be than right here, right now?
Nowhere in the world except for right here, like you said. Impact Wrestling, Under Siege. I wouldn't want to be Kimber right now, though. Oh, and look at Susan.
Yes.
It's very smart of her, though. Caleb with a K is treading lightly there.
He's been treading lightly since I've known him. Just like that, though, Kimber commands the ring now, trying to take out the base of Tennille Dasher. Now going up high. Tennille is rocked. Her hands are down. Dasher down. Ref in place. Cover, just a 2.
Yeah, I thought we had a flash knockout there, but Tennille's was definitely not out. But I thought there could have been, a possibility of that being over.
Could be groggy still. Susan should maintain control. But then again, I don't want to speak for the wrestlers in the ring. I've been in there, and sometimes you just don't know what you feel when you put your hands on your opponent.
Well, but you got to keep your eyes open. You got to see if your opponent is floundering around the ring, you don't rush in too quickly, but definitely go after the kill.
Susan was correct to have pause there, and just like that, Tennille took advantage and tags at Taylor Wilde, and everything begins to change here.
And Taylor up the tempo, head scissors takeover.
Nice. I like how Tennille hits the ropes. I'm sorry, yeah, I like how Taylor hits the ropes. Grabs middle, nice fisherman's. Look at the pain on Susan's face.
And I think Kimberly knew right there Susan was in trouble. That's why she came in for the save.
Oh, man.
Ooh.
Taylor got rocked.
And now Susan putting Taylor Wilde up on that second rope and climbing up. Oh, I've not seen Susan go up to the... Well, there's a reason. I don't think Susan knew what she was doing.
Tennille saving her partner.
Oh!
Just as I said it, huh? It's a weird thing, man. Tonight's gonna be about karma and all that weird spooky stuff, I feel.
And everybody's just out of control here. And Susan's being aggressive, going back for what looks like a vertical suplex off the second rope. Got her.
Richard Taylor missed that.
But Taylor smartly.
Smart, yep, smart. No. Come on, good job, ref, good.
And does Susan think she won?
Taylor did that herself. Off of the momentum on the superplex, she knew enough to roll to the perimeter of the ring. And Susan made the mistake of trying to cover the other way.
And put her, I don't know if it was inadvertently or intentionally, put her feet up on the ropes. Small
Inside
package
cradle,
here.
small package. Oh, nice. And Kimber rolls it back the other way, but the ref saw it.
You see the girls were still locked up there. That's what
it's hard to get out. That's why it's a great way to finish a match.
Yeah, it's a tight move once you get locked in there.
And you lock your ankles like that. Oh, speaking of ankles, man, Caleb just launched a Bruno Molly into Susan's head. Beautifully done. It's over.
That was it. Susan got beat with a shoe.
Here are your winners, Tennille Dashwood and Taylor Wilde.
She got beat with a shoe.
There, man. What a night.
And right there, Tennille's trying to take all the thunder.
You bring up a great point again. Susan's been using a shoe as a preferred weapon. And to your point, it came back and got her. D'Lo, man, this is weird. I'm getting chills.
If this is what's to come for the rest of the night, I am glad you and I are sitting here calling this action.
Still so much more to come, ladies and gentlemen. Under Siege and then some.
In a world that continues to descend into madness, all we have is our truth. I have never been one to adhere to this mob mentality. I'm a free thinker. I've told the truth since day one, and that truly scares. Love me or hate me, I have carried this company on my back for the last 3 years. And that's the truth. Before the Good Brothers, and before the Forbidden Door was open in New Japan and AEW. Tonight, I don't care if I have to go through the entire Impact Wrestling. I am Don Callis' biggest fear, to face Kenny Omega. He knows better than anyone else what the Death Machine is truly capable of. Tonight, I am number 1 contender, and I'm coming for Kenny Omega to get back what I never should have lost. The Impact World Championship. Like it or not, I may not be the hero this company wants, but you all know I am the hero this company needs. Thumbs up, thumbs down.
All right, now it is time for the number 1 contenders to the tag team titles. Will be Ace Austin and Madman Fulton. Will it be the Thunder of Triple XL? How about the skill of TJP and Petey Williams? Or the treachery and cunning of Rohit and Shira? Let's find out.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is set for one fall. The winners will become the number 1 contenders for the Impact World Tag Team Championship. Introducing team number 1, Madman Fulton, and inevitable Ace Austin.
So Ace Austin had a cup of coffee with the X Division title recently, and a lot of people say that Ace just wasn't focused on that title. Perhaps he's focused on the tag titles, and if so, with Madman Fulton by his side, Ace Austin and Madman Fulton may straight up be the most dangerous team in Impact Wrestling.
If they can capture the Impact World Tag Team titles, my goodness, Madman Fulton could almost defend him by himself. And now you add an Ace Austin, like this team could hold the titles for as long as they want it.
Perhaps come a night like Slammiversary, July 17th, Ace Austin and Madman Fulton will be tag team champions. And which team from all around the globe will be challenging? I don't know. It's fun to fantasy book, you know?
It is awesome to fantasy book, and this is what's going on right now. It's like a cool reset in the company.
Team number 2, AC Romero and Larry D, Triple XL.
Oh, we've all heard the saying, opportunity knocks. These 3? Come on, is there a door that could sustain the meaty fist pounding upon it?
No, and when you say opportunity knocks, that is Larry D punching the damn door down with that big meat hook right there.
Triple XL, man, this is perhaps one of the, I'm gonna say, man, the biggest opportunity they've had here in Impact Wrestling.
And now it's about capitalizing on this opportunity. I know these guys are training hard. I mean, Larry D is down some 50 pounds or so, and he looks great. AC is down about 100 pounds, and he looks great. They want this desperately.
Dogs gotta eat.
Two super heavyweights there.
Introducing team number 3, Rohit Raju and the Indian Lion, Shira.
To defeat super heavyweights, you need brawn and brains. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Rohit Raju and Shira.
Well played indeed. I mean, Shira is just a man beast. And Rohit fashions himself as one of the smarter players in the game. He's probably got 19 different strategies for everybody in this match right now.
Gonna need it. He's some of the very best. With Shira behind him, I think Rohit is incredibly dangerous.
You know what I get right there with Shira standing here? It's like that little chihuahua that bounced off the back of the pit bull. That's Rohit and Shira.
Hey, Spike, what are you gonna do, Spike? What are you gonna do now, Spike?
And team number 4, first from Los Angeles, California, TJP.
Hello, joking and laughing is done, because here comes TJP, one of the very best wrestlers in the world. He sets his sights on something, he achieves it. Goal-oriented. TJP is one of the very best. The question is who's going to stand by his side? Because whomever aligns themselves with TJP is going to be in for quite a ride.
I mean, TJP, since the time he was 15 years old, has been trying to work at this craft of professional wrestling. I don't even know what I was doing at 15 years old. The last thing I was doing was building a career.
Here we go, the moment of truth. Yeah, buddy. Does it get any better?
His tag team partner from Windsor, Ontario, Canada, the Canadian Destroyer, Petey Williams.
Let me sing the praises of this fine young man, this dedicated athlete who has given so much to our sport. Petey Williams is a national treasure and should be protected at all costs.
This man's resume is as long as the Great Wall of China. He has been everywhere. He has done everything. He's won championships everywhere he's gone. He is one of the cornerstones and one of the founding members of the X Division.
So what does it mean now, D'Lo Brown? Let's handicap the field as the Wallace is presented as a handshake.
Hey!
Petey and TJ showing, though, that they have the personality. And that's something different from when they were younger, when they were so focused and hyper intense. So break it down. Which team has the advantage here?
I'm going with TJ and Petey Williams. I like the fact of their wrestling experience, their wrestling acumen, their speed, their strength. I like that combination right now.
You said strength. I'm looking around the ring and I'm trying to see who has the advantage there, and that's evident. I like a nice blend of brains and brawn. Is it Rohit and Shearer, or is it Ace and Madman Fulton? For me, I'm not so sure yet. Maybe Fulton just answered my question.
Fulton just took everything in his own hands. Said, to hell with you, I'm not waiting, I'm going.
You know what? That gives me something. I'm going with Fulton and Ace here on that alone, that determination, that barbaric intent.
Okay, I'm writing that down on my pad here next to me, my notepad. I got you and Rohit and Shearer.
No, you got me with Ace and Fulton.
I tried to okey-doke
What, are you
you.
working for Swingers Palace?
I tried to okey-doke you.
I know Hernandez is a bouncer. I know you Hernandez is a friendly. Save it, pal. Cover here, AC. Ooh.
AC is always impressive how fast he can move his body around.
Fulton trying to lay shots underneath. Anything to create space. Fulton is rocked.
See, and this is what you call a clubbering. When you lay those heavy hands on someone's head like that, it's a clubbering.
Talking about the smarts that it's going to take to rise up the ranks in the tag team division. Rohit Raju, maybe the most cerebral, the most arrogant of all the fighters in the ring right now.
And AC just shrugged that punch off.
God.
Open hand,
slap. Yep, messes up your balance.
And when you just so everyone knows, when you open hand slap somebody, that is meant to cause pain and to insult you at the same time.
Here we go, a groggy Rohit, maybe no match for Petey Williams. Waist lock, Rohit tells me otherwise. The charge is in, he gets caught with a drop toe hold. Petey on the move now.
Oh, you see the tempo of this match just take a tick up?
Petey in control. Hard shot, positions himself between Rohit and everyone else.
Uh-oh, Tria Woe. This is a bad place to be hanging upside down like this. Oh, no!
You saw how TJ jumped off the apron. There's two reasons. One, to give Petey room to inflict damage, and two, to take the referee's attention.
You know, I don't care who you are. Every man knows what that feels like.
Now Petey and TJP working together. Double hip toss. TJP kept the momentum, cartwheel through, and ladies and gentlemen, find me someone better than TJP.
I'm gonna just nickname him No Wasted Motion. Seamlessly goes from a hip toss, cartwheels over right to the Muda back bridge. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Locking it in, ref in a great spot here. So is Rohit, though, if you think about it. Right near Shearer.
Look at TJ, he's grabbed the arms. Whoa!
Wow, he broke the hold. Rohit bit on it, went for something, and TJ countered.
TJ is a master. We've heard men of 1,001 holds. Oh! I give TJ 2,002 holds. He knows everything.
Nice, nice. Someone should go, hang on, cover here. And I'm not being funny, go get that t-shirt and put it on our eBay store or auction it off. That will make money and that will go to a good cause.
I might buy it. I'm not such a fan of TJP. It's laying right.
There's a difference.
It's laying right near us. I might just grab it.
True. Hard elbow there by Petey. Uses momentum to roll Rohit back through. Petey, of course, the creator of one of the most thrilling maneuvers in professional wrestling. Not that one, is Rohit.
Look at Rohit
executing beautifully. I was talking about the Canadian Destroyer. We might not get to see it. Rohit traps the leg, rolls up his opponent. Nicely done by Rohit, but not enough.
See how smart that was by Rohit, trapping the leg there. He actually looked over at Shearer for the tag and went for the, and instead tried one for the cover. But that was
Walking
smart.
Up your opponent. Nicely done. Here comes Shearer, who ever since returning here to Impact has had a much sharper streak about him.
Well, he seems more intent, he's more learned. He went home to study, to meditate, to find himself and self-discovery, and he came back this monster. I think it worked.
You brought up a good point, though, about going back, because to become a star, especially in Impact Wrestling, there has to be a dirty side to it. Shearer was still too nice, and now all that's gone.
Yeah, but now Shearer will call you sir and punch you in the face. So he's still nice, he's just more vicious.
Petey off the ropes for momentum. Rohit catches him in a sleeper hold. Nicely done here, middle of the ring. Petey knew he had to get at it and switch it. Petey went for one of his own, but Rohit saw it coming, dropped his head, neck breaker.
That swinging neck breaker is vicious. It turns your equilibrium off because you're twisting, and then you're falling on your neck. That's a tough move.
It's the worst. Tag me, back in, TJP up and over. Rohit left to deal with just that.
An atomic drop there, and Rohit is in trouble because TJ is just flying all around. And it is a different level when TJP gets in the ring.
Yeah, well, look what he does. Positions the bootlaces, the eyelets, rakes them across his opponent, scraping and scratching, and then on the move, and Shearer has seen it one too many times.
Yeah, TJ was going for the boot wash, and Shearer was standing with the big clothesline, waiting, laying in wait.
Tag made. #1 contendership for the tag titles on the line. #1 contendership to the Impact World title on the line later on tonight. Impact World Champion, All Elite Wrestling World Champion, Kenny Omega in a 6-man tag team match. So much going on here tonight.
And I said it earlier, it sounds like a giant reset in the company. Everyone's vying to become the new #1 contender for whatever it is, because everyone wants to get a shot at gold. Everyone wants to get a shot at representing Impact Wrestling.
We're talking about this pursuit of #1 contendership. It shows you the value of the titles. Let's not lose sight of the titles that are on the line tonight. X Division title, Josh Alexander versus El Phantasmo. Nuff said.
Yeah, I am waiting for that one. I already got popcorn sitting right there for that one. I can't wait.
Tag made, Ace Austin.
I don't think TJP saw it.
No. Smartly has stayed fresh as Ace Austin.
But you see how Ace Austin made the tag and feigned back like he wasn't getting in.
Right.
TJ rolled through, and then Ace Austin was able to take advantage of it. Smart ringmanship.
Good tag team wrestling there by Fulton and Ace. What do they have in mind here?
Oh!
Cover by the big man. Get out, he envelops TJP.
My goodness, this man is just impressive. Look at him.
Hard whip in. The one thing no one else in this match has. The one thing no one else in this company has. And the one thing no one else in this sport has. It's Madman Fulton for Ace Austin.
Yeah, you're damn right. And he is a brick wall. He's a machine. He just keeps going. Look at him. He's just trying to destroy TJP right now. A lot of chatter cross-talk the ring, a lot of chatter.
Yeah, Fulton has to stay focused. Ace has to stay focused. Triple XL can't do any damage while they're on the sidelines. Ace and Fulton taking full advantage of TJP. Cover, no.
Hey, referee Brandon told you, see that smartly. He saw Ace Austin's feet were under the rope, and he stopped his own count and pointed to the rope. Good refereeing there.
Front chancery now, up into suplex position. TJP lowers his base. Ace Austin realizes he has to soften up the former X Division champion.
You know, now, I've been in situations like this. It is time for somebody to make a move. Somebody's got to make a move and step their team up, because this match is going on and on and on. The longer it goes, it's going to favor those heavy hitters, so someone's got to make that move.
It's interesting you're saying that you get this feeling that something has to give, because sometimes you're in these long matches. Those are the ones where you end up getting hurt, and also the ones you end up kind of losing.
Yeah, I mean, there's too many bodies around here, too many strong individuals, too many ruthless people for you not to get this over with. And this match is kind of, I just got that feeling it's got to change soon.
Did you find in your career that longer matches you won more or lost more? Did you find maybe shorter matches you were better in? Was there any kind of anything to that?
I liked shorter to medium matches because it allowed me to maintain my strength and speed. You know, when I got in the longer matches, me being a heavier guy, it started to wear on me. So I slowed down initially, strength went away. So I like those short to medium matches.
Funny, I always liked the longer matches. You know, they allowed me to try to figure out my opponent, and by the time I could, you know, the match was usually over. But yeah, I hear you, man. Interesting. Everyone's different.
And right now, TJP is fighting out of the enemy corner.
Yeah, and this is one of those things, because the longer a match goes on, I think it favors guys like TJP and Petey, just from their experience, just from their ability.
And is this the moment I was talking about? Is this the change? Right. Is this the momentum shift that I was talking about? If we get a tag here, it's gonna favor whoever. Oh, look at TJ knew where he was. Smart.
Here we go. You can feel the momentum changing. You should feel Petey sending Ace. Come on.
And let's see Petey elevate the speed of this match.
Middle of the ring. Watch Petey's footwork. He's always setting up for something. He's playing 9-ball in there. Yeah,
here we go.
Nicely done. Side Russian, keeping the back. Petey, shoulders down. No, Petey keeps his eyes on his opponent. Beautifully done. It's like watching art.
He knows exactly where he is in the ring. He's thinking not one move, but 2 or 3 moves ahead of time. This is what you call a ring general.
Did you see the arm, hand, wrist transfer? Oh my God. Now he's got him ready. Oh, here we go.
Oh, here it is.
Perfect. He may have taken a second too long to call for it.
He didn't. It alerted Madman Fulton that this was coming.
That's that could be a difference, man, right there.
Oh, did you see Fulton was trying to pull Ace Austin into his corner to make a tag, and Larry D was having none of that.
Here we go. Now the heavy hitters are on the field. Man, just like that, everything changed. I thought this match was coming to its end, and now Triple XL says it'll end on their time. Ace Austin is isolated, sent in and sent through midair.
And this is favoring Triple XL because they've been standing on the apron a long time, keeping their composure, not wasting energy, and now they're full of power right now.
The odds shift. The in-game, the in-match odds are shifting right now in favor of, wait a second, before I say Triple XL, Ace Austin doing it on his own. TJP back in.
TJP is
back where we started.
He is as smooth as silk.
Keeping it going, TJP.
And just
feeling it, and back to get into what he was doing before. As I was saying, the eyelets of the boot and the laces, scraping, TJP, high impact.
Man, just so you think you got a handle on this match, it shifts momentum 2 different ways at the same time.
Tag made, caught AC napping. Is there another one there? Rohit, we talked about how smart he could be. He's crafty.
I think Rohit tagged himself in.
Did. Ooh. Gosh. Man, for as pretty as it is with Petey, it might just be a bit spicier with Rohit Raju.
Now,
depends upon your palate.
Look at Rohit. He's being a general. He's commanding Shera around, going, come here, I need you.
Yep, Yep, we talked about it when they made their way to the ring. Perhaps now is their time. Ace Austin has something to say about it. Drop kick neutralizes the power of Shira. Ducks the line there. Schoolboy, no. Line tag. So many of them. Drive by, caught Ace Austin. Larry in, and no.
Oh, that's a hella headbutt right there. Oh, not the place you want to be. That's called being stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Good Triple XL, be ready to finish it off. Our FinJuice waiting in the wings.
Here it is.
For Larry D and AC Romero. Is it finally their time?
And Fulton with the last second save. Whoa. Fulton turned AC Romero inside out.
Fulton with a head of steam. Fulton just took a right hand from Larry D, walked right through it, and muscled Larry D over. Is this the time? Could this be it? Splash, cover, 2, it's over!
What a win!
Here are your winners, Batman Fulton and Ace Austin.
Oh, wow, we're not even halfway through the night, and there's so much to be excited for. Add a busted-up Madman Fulton and Ace Austin to the list.
Look at this, an elevated smash off the back of Fulton against the 1, 2, 3, and we have new #1 contenders for the Impact World Tag Team title.
Being a champion around here means a lot. It also changes you.
Fire and Flava, tonight you have your rematch against Jordan Grace and Rachel Ellering for the Knockouts Tag Team titles. What is going to happen out there?
I mean, obviously the babies are coming back home to where they belong, Gia. You know, we finally are prepared and ready because, again, we gonna say they caught us slipping, but we ready tonight. Ain't that right, Tasha? Jordan, we already beat you several times, so we already know you're the weak link. Like we said before, the only reason why you won is because you have Rachel by your side. But now we are prepared. Now we are going to war. When Fire and Flavor goes to war, the games are over. We are coming to kill. You don't take anything from us, and we are going to drag you by your little edges that are sitting on the top of your head and underneath your dirty headband, Rachel, and we're gonna drag you through Pettyville. And we're gonna take you to the Hard Knocks Steelers. And we're gonna make you bow down to Fire and Flavor. And when it's all said and done, we will be the new 2-time Knockout Tag Team Champions. And that's on what, boo? That's on period.
We continue our night. W. Morrissey has been talking about how everything is everyone else's fault. Tonight, he meets accountability in Willie Mack. D'Lo, this one's gonna be rough.
The following contest set for one fall, introducing first, from Queens, New York City, W. Morrissey.
For everything that this athlete has been through publicly, he still stands here willing to fight. But I'm not so certain he's fighting the right people because he's blaming everything else for the decisions that he made.
Well, the one thing I know for certain, I know certainly 2 days ago, he sent Willie Mack a hell of a message, laying Willie Mack out after his match and just standing over him. And yes, he has a lot of stuff to blame. He's blaming a lot of people. Sometimes you need to look at the man in the mirror.
Maintains the trend is not your friend. Yeah, there's a lot of people that agree with that. With everything going on in society, everyone kind of groupthink. Where's the individual?
His opponent from South Central Los Angeles, California, Willie Mack.
Well, man, walked to the beat of his own drummer for his entire life, albeit in an odd-time signature, Willie Mack.
But look at the intensity on Willie Mack's face. He's not running down, he's not rushing down, he's not as jovial as he normally is. Look at him, Willie's walking right across the ring. He's ready to start this right now.
You know, for a guy as big as W. Morrissey, I don't know if he's ever really been challenged in his life. Just look at it like that. Has anyone just stepped up to him and just tried to duff him in the mouth if they could reach him?
No, and you look,
Willie just did.
Willie has got W. Morrissey on the move right now. Look, W. Morrissey's bailing. Look at him moving out of the way.
Oh, hard shots. Willie getting leverage now. Morrissey trying to cover up. Morrissey looking for some space. He's going to have that power advantage. Oh, leverage alone.
Right there. It just took W. Morrissey a second to gain his composure, and then he came running out with that huge shoulder tackle.
Morrissey got nutted up in the beginning, man. Willie threw some heavy shots. So let's see now how this match rolls out.
But you see how the momentum, everything has came to a grinding halt. Oh, no, wait.
I don't know, man. Morrissey can't throw hands with Willie. That's not the fight Morrissey wants.
Those are street hands. You don't want to go against those.
That's right.
You don't want to go against those. And look, Morrissey's hitting for higher ground right now.
Smart. Look, Morrissey likes to call out his area code and represent his area. He says, New York City, Manhattan. But up by NYU, it's not that tough out there. But you can't outthink quite a few people, those people out there.
Oh! Just the heavy hands of Willie Mack.
Yeah, it's a big difference. Where Willie's from and where Morrissey's from.
If you fight,
what motivates the two? That's the difference. Also,
you fight differently. You fight differently. And look, W. Morrissey's heading to higher ground. He's moving away from Willie. He's moving away. And Willie's the one on the attack right now.
It's a great point. Willie trying to keep it close. Didn't realize how hard W. Morrissey's head is. Willie may have rocked himself.
That's the problem with a headbutt. You're inflicting damage, but at the same time, you can take it yourself and you can daze yourself with a headbutt. That looks like what happened right there with Willie. He lost his control and what he was doing.
It's good for close quarters when your hands are not. Oh my gosh.
W. Morrissey just kicked Willie Mack through the ropes to the floor.
You gotta check on him. Did you see his eyes? You gotta check on him.
I think Willie struck the back of his head.
Yeah.
Willie is not all there. You see him blinking his eyes.
No. We saw this. Look, we saw this with the Rich Swann Kenny Omega match, right? Rich took one too many V triggers. He was just never the same again. Like this, let's have an awareness about this now.
And referee is smartly keeping W. Morrissey away.
If Willie responds,
look at this right here. This boot. Willie's clearly struck his head on the floor.
But here's the thing in the contract, right? So if Willie answers a 10 count, it's implied consent.
Yes.
But when Morrissey goes back out there and rolls Willie back in, man, this one is going to be over soon.
Yeah, I mean, and now W. Morrissey is focusing right on Willie's head there.
Look out to the temple. Look at the precision. And now up top.
That's called
breaking the count so you can do more.
Ew. When you throw a punch like that right to the temple, that's called cruel intent. I've thrown a bunch of punches like that with cruel intent in mind. That was wicked.
And still, to me, go back to if Willie could have answered that count. But now with all the damage being inflicted post-shot, adrenaline does a strange thing. It can wake you up, actually.
It can wake you up, and it's like a jolt of lightning through your body, adrenaline. It is the greatest drug ever created. I wish I could bottle it and sell it, because Bill Gates would have nothing on me.
Is W. Morrissey doing himself a disservice by continuing the damage to Willie?
No, I think this is smart. Keep Willie out there, keep Willie on the back foot, and Willie can't come at you. Remember, this match started with Willie on the aggressive front foot. Oh!
Morrissey trying to keep his hands up here. Go back to what we started with. Ooh.
I will go Willie throwing hands with anybody, anywhere, any day.
Yep. Ow, against the steel guardrail. They're more to protect the tech crew and the camera crew than anything else.
Yeah, when you lay your opponent across these right here, and you put forearms across the back, you got nowhere to go. Steel doesn't move. The only thing that moves is your flesh. And W. Morrissey looks like a stone-cold killer. He's taking his time. He's like a hitman. He's just slowly dissecting Willie Mack. He's taking pride and almost joy in it, too.
W. Morrissey stalking Willie Mack. Instead of going for a cover, look at where he places the knee.
In the low, low cranium right there where the spine meets, and that's just wicked, that's just meant to inflict damage.
Yeah, what are those, the C vertebrae, the
C4,
cervical
C5,
vertebrae?
those are, they're not the strongest of all. Now Willie trying to get a little momentum going, trying to
trying to get a bounce going.
Trying to get that leverage, get that knee off the back of his neck there.
It's smart, you know, you start to sweat during the match, start to create a little friction, a little bit of movement. Here we go, Willie off the ropes, and Morrissey cuts it.
That's a shotgun back elbow there, and that just meant,
There it is, push, no leg hook.
Oh, what an ignorant cover. You see that hand across the face? That's telling you, I'm not trying to beat you right here. I'm not. I'm just playing with you. I'm just messing with you. Oh! Punch right to the top of the head. I'm going to give W. Morrissey credit. He's a different wrestler than I've seen him before in his past. I've seen him in different incarnations. He's always had the size, he's always had the strength. He's never had this kind of attitude, this intensity.
Yeah. There's a brazen arrogance here. I mean, look, he's wearing a gold chain in the ring. Back in the day, you wouldn't dare do that, or else someone would just rip it off of you. But Morrissey almost seems to say, go ahead, try it. Is this enough? No.
No, he's daring you, and he's got that swagger. I like this about him. I'm not saying I like him personally. I like what I see in him in W. Morrissey right now.
Yeah, it's a trait that you want to see in someone with a bit of a different disposition.
It's that mentality of when you're down, I'm going to put my foot on your throat. It's a Tom Brady approach. You know, I'm good, but when I got you down by 3 points, I want you down by 10 points. I don't care.
Willie trying to struggle to mount some sort of comeback here. What does Willie Mack have in mind? Shots to the gut now. Now Willie and W. Morrissey for a moment. Their heads were the same height.
Yeah, but W. Morrissey with that measured clothesline, they're pulling Willie Mack in, accelerating the clothesline, the velocity of it. Wow.
Go off the ropes. Unprotected elbow.
Oh, Willie's in trouble. Look at him, he's quivering. Oh, ref, check him.
Show Willie.
Ref, come on.
This goes back to the shot Willie took when he went to the floor.
And look at W. Morrissey pushing on back of Willie's, just pushing his head right into the canvas. That is just a new level of viciousness. I don't know where W. Morrissey has been recently. I don't know what he's been through. Whatever it has been, it has fundamentally changed who this man is.
A fundamental change. Very interesting. Let's look at that. Ever since Kenny Omega has become the champion around here, there feels like there has been a change. Is it a fundamental change? That I can't speak to, but something's definitely different.
Oh, there's a difference in the air. There's a difference in everything that's going on. And you see attitudes like this coming from all the Impact talent. And Willie Willie's not there. Oh, that's an unprotected clothesline. You saw it clear as day.
And here we go. 1, 2,
it's academic. Oh, Willie won't stop fighting.
So D'Lo, let me ask you now. You get into a position here. All right, so we know Willie personally. We enjoy Willie. Everyone loves Willie. He walks into the room, it's like, Willie, yeah? At what point is this enough?
You know, it's a hard thing because you don't ever want to take it out of the fighter's hands. You don't ever want to take it out of the wrestler's hands. And we've all been in that spot where I'm dazed, I'm confused, but I can still go. I can still go. And right now, Willie Mack is showing he can still go. It ain't over yet.
Fair enough, I hear you. As much as we love Willie and his antics, he likes to call everyone fool. What's up, fool? What's up, fool? I want to see Willie back in the locker room feeling all right. And perhaps a victory here is exactly what Willie needs. I'll never count my friend out. Willie Mack with plenty of room, and here he comes, trying to chuck the big man down.
That's like going after a redwood with a hatchet.
Come on now. For everything he's been through.
You hear the skin on skin?
All right, Willie knows nothing else. Spin. kick. The big man is rocked. Willie on his way. Down to a knee.
W. Morrissey is in trouble right now.
Is this
it? Jumping punch. Oh no, Willie's on fire. I can't repeat that.
I wouldn't have you any other way.
Willie going to the top.
Here we go. What a statement win this will be. Willie Mack, his best friend, Rich Swann, after losing the title. Willie's one of the only guys that was by his side. It tells you a lot about Willie. It tells you a lot about people in this sport, too. When you're on top, they're your best friend. When you're not, everyone seems to forget your number.
Did you see the shock on Willie's face when W. Morrissey finally got knocked down? He kicked out at 1.
Oh. Willing himself to his feet, W. Morrissey. Willie Mack has him in the sights, ducks the clotheslines. If he saw it coming, ducks the back elbow, cross body.
Oh,
This
no.
is the difference. This is you can't teach this.
Oh, that's a good night. What? No.
What do you mean? That's East River Crossing. That's it. It's done. 1, 2, 3.
What is he doing?
You mentioned it earlier about, like...
Oh, look at those. Oh, no. Oh! Oh, my goodness.
This is unnecessary. 2, 3, just unnecessary.
Here is your winner, W. Morrissey.
Look, you know, from a sports analyst point of view, yeah, great, impressive, amazing athlete. From a human being point of view, I just think it's enough. Like, I can't.
I said it before, that's a stone cold killer right there. And that's the eyes of someone who just performed the mercy kill. Just put Willie Mack out of his misery.
But to come here and to take a spot,
what are you?
To take a spot, to physically put someone on a shelf.
This is enough. You've made your point, Morrissey. You've done your damage.
It's not his fault. You understand? It's not Willie's fault. Please.
Come on, leave,
ladies and gentlemen, still to come. Yeah, still to come here tonight. Our 6-way for the number.
What the? Come on, man. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. No. No, no, no. Oh, Rich Swann. Rich Swann's in the house.
There you go. We talked about it, but albeit briefly. Rich Swann, whether he has the title around his waist or not, he's still a friend. He's still loyal. He still has fight in his heart.
Oh, Morrissey out to the floor. Rich Swann, he's got a chair.
Look at that. The big man thought twice.
No. Tide changed when the chair's in the other hand, isn't it?
Not enough blame to go around. Whatever Morrissey is dealing with emotionally and internally, it's not going to come off the back of Willie Mack. Rich Swann makes sure of that.
You don't blame anybody for the actions. You take credit for what you did. Right there, W. Morrissey went over the line, and Rich Swann saw enough of it. Don't mess with my friend. I'll come out here and kick your tail.
It's good to see that out of Rich Swann. The look in the eyes of Morrissey tells me that there is a much larger and longer story to come. I'm more concerned about the look in Willie Mack's eye. Is he there? Is he ready? He's going to need to be. Everyone around here needs to be. A lot about titles, a lot about #1 contendership. It's all about Impact Wrestling. The momentum is with the challengers tonight, and the champions are going to have to do everything to change that. Impact Knockout Tag Team titles on the line here. She gets a full head of steam.
Oh, and sliding kick. Isolating Jordan on their side of the ring, keeping Jordan in enemy territory. Oh! That was a misstep there, obviously.
It took too long, and now Jordan Grace is going to take advantage. and infectious exuberance about Rachel makes this team lethal, and the momentum is starting to pick up. Rachel Ellering clicking on all cylinders. Welcome to Impact.
Fire Flavor from the top, double drop kick. Oh, what the hell was that? Oh, and Jordan Grace dives on top of him. And the hottest flame is going to the highest point. Oh, and a crossbody taking at everybody.
Rachel Ellering stays right in the middle of the ring. Good fundamentals here. Oh! 2, it's over. Now we have new knockout tag team champions, Jordan Grace and Rachel Ellering.
Jordan, you have attempted to capture these titles before, but it seems that Rachel was the missing piece that you needed.
Rachel is a star, obviously, and she has just elevated me to a completely different level.
She definitely is the missing puzzle piece because you wouldn't have done it any other way. Isn't that right, Jordan?
I see what you two are trying to do. You're trying to get in my head. You're trying to get in my mind. You're trying to make me think that I'm the weakling. The last thing I have ever been is at Under Siege, we get a rematch. And let me tell you this. We will snatch some edges, especially on your dirty ass headband, and take our titles back. And that's on what, boo? Period.
You gotta bring that energy this Saturday. So take the anger, be mad, right? But bottle all that up and then bust that bottle on them at Under Siege. Okay?
I can do that.
You can do that, of course you can.
All right, here we go. Knockouts tag team titles on the line. Rachel Ellering should be smiling. Fire and Flava are playing games with Jordan Grace's mind. Let's see how it all plays out inside the ring. The only place that it truly counts. You ready, D?
I'm ready for this one.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a knockout tag team title rematch scheduled for one fall. Introducing first the challengers, Kiera Hogan and Tasha Steelz, Fire and Flava.
Let's get past all the antics, as alluring as it may be. Let's talk about the athletes Fire and Flava are, because former Knockouts tag team champions, but now they're playing the game from the neck up. Do they need to do this? Is it going to work?
They have to do this. They've got to take that next level, that next elevation in their game. And the mental game of wrestling is huge.
The power alone of Ellering and Grace. Fire and Flava need to find an advantage. They're doing it with their mind, because physically, as far as footwork goes, in between the ropes, understanding how to be tag team wrestlers, finding someone better than Fire and Flava.
Their opponents are the defending knockout tag team champions, Rachel Ellering and Jordan Grace.
Just like that, perhaps David Penzer gives us a different side of the same coin, D-Lo?
Well, he's just saying that, hey, here's defending champions. They're coming out here. They're ready to rock and roll. Let's get this on.
Yeah, Rachel Ellering, since arriving here in Impact, has completely changed the entire Knockouts tag team title division. Her smile is infectious. It's even caught on with Jordan, but there you saw Jordan just look down for a minute, had a moment. There was a pause there. Fire and Flava been trying to get into Jordan's mind. As an athlete, D-Lo, how do you put it all outside the ropes?
You know, it's difficult, particularly when you've got someone who's playing those mind games with you. You fall prey to it, and you've got a partner who's like, you know, I don't know what's going on here, but what you need to do is push through it. Oh!
There we go. This is Ryan Hebner holding up the tag team titles. Hasn't even sounded the bell. There it is.
This is another set of mind games, that quick jump start to go right after the champion.
All right, well, they're not going to be able to match power here, so we know that. The power-hitting team is going to be Ellering and Grace.
Yes.
We believe that the skill and grace, pardon the pun, is going to fall to Fire and Flava's advantage.
You know, Fire and Flava got to rely on their quickness, and they've got to rely on just their flat-out wrestling. But when you've got, whoa, what a creative leg drop.
Minnesota nice there, and just like that, Tasha Steelz does not let Jordan Grace get going. What that does to Jordan's confidence remains to be seen. Ellering firmly in control now. Tasha gets met with Kiera's head. Jordan, inside out, uniquely done on the small package, but couldn't get it. Oh, Ellering dodged. Yo, Ellering has been like batting nearly 1,000 here since she's arrived.
Oh, nice spine buster.
Is this enough? Jordan Ellering Doing it all here for her team.
You can already see the clear differences in these two teams. Fire and Flavor, quick, fast. Well, Jordan Grace and Rachel Ellering are just power, power, power.
So here we go. Let's see if Jordan can keep the momentum going for her side. If you took the early run line from Grace and Ellering, you're ahead. Oh, gut wrench, holding on.
Wow.
Jordan Grace is so special to watch.
She just didn't release that grip. Look at this.
No. Ow. You want to question confidence? How could you if you're able to do this to another human being?
She still hasn't let go.
That is a perfectly placed waist lock, holding, maintain control, everything every wrestling coach ever tells you.
My goodness, this is 3 straight deadlifts in the middle of a match. That's crazy.
In for the cover, her part of town, keeping an eye on her opponent. Jordan Grace right now clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, Jordan is showing everybody, I don't lack for confidence. There's nothing wrong with my game right now.
Ooh.
See referee Brian Hebner right there in the face.
He also understands the utter sheer strength difference here is something that a referee needs to keep in mind. Same thing in a fight. You know, a guy gets knocked, the referee has to think, hey man, you can't defend yourself anymore. Ooh. The weight difference, too much. Tasha.
A lot of chatter going on.
You know, they do mic'd up in a lot of other sports. I would love to do it here in Impact, just especially with Fire and Flavor.
Yeah, well, I'd like mic'd up with Fire and Flavor anywhere because they just chatter all the time.
Oh! Ho, ho. Senton, it looked like Kira tried to get a knee up, but again, Ellering's just the size advantage. It negated anything Kira did from on her back. Tasha realizes it, looks concerned.
Yeah, right now Tasha is sitting there worried, and Kira's in a lot of trouble. I mean, she's been taking the brunt of this punishment. Oh, quick! There's that quickness again right there.
And exposed. Opportunity for former tag champs. Look at that. Kira on instinct went for the cover. Tasha, though, quarterbacking the offense. There could be a turn here for Fire and Flavor coming.
Yeah, but that little instance right there, that little hesitation of Kira going for the cover, that could be the difference right there. Because, you know, Tasha did get a 2 count, but Kira was on for a second, so you never know.
Good point, but let's watch Fire and Flavor now trying to recapture their tag team titles. And you and I have talked about this, and hang on, let's let this sound resonate. Is it better to be on the chase, or is it better to be at the top? Are Fire and Flavor more dangerous now that they're chasing their titles?
See, that's the question, the million-dollar question, because is it good to be champ? Yes. But as champ, you're always worried. Am I going to slip up? Am I going to make that mistake? As challenger, you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. It's all depending on your mindset. I like to chase. I like hunting someone down. And right here you see Fire and Flavor setting the tone, controlling the pace.
Cover. 2-0. Tasha has her eyes on Jordan. Hasn't taken them off of her, so it seems.
That's smart wrestling right there. And now Tasha controlling the head. Not letting Rachel get away. Rachel's trying to roll out a little bit.
Dude, how much of the talking takes wind out of you?
To me, well, as I was always a talker in the ring too, so it never really took a lot of wind out of me because I guess I prepared for it, and I've always talked crap my whole life. So what's it matter?
Well, some would use it as a breathing exercise, as a rhythmic kind of thing. Others would chew gum, even though it's ill-advised. Certain great Japanese wrestlers would use a in this breathing mechanism. Perhaps it's part of Fire and Flavor, and if you can shut them up, you could probably negate some of that.
I don't think anyone's been able to shut Fire and Flavor up their entire lives, so I don't think that's ever going to happen. And look at Kira controlling the ring, not letting Rachel get completely over to her corner. Smart wrestling there.
Look what Jordan's doing there, dipping her hand over and under the top rope, just trying to get some type of angle. I don't even know if Rachel can see her right now. Kira slipped off. There could be the opportunity, but smart by Kira to put herself right into position there, D'Lo.
Yeah, that's knowing where you are in the ring. Yeah, Kira got a little high elevation-wise and level-wise. It slid off, and you rightly pointed out, she quickly got in front and made that barricade between Jordan and Rachel.
What could have been a mistake now turns into more offense for the former Knockouts Tag Team Champions, Fire and Flav. They have one half of the champions, Rachel Ellering, fully exposed. Nice tandem offense. Cover, no leg hook, instead forearm across the front.
No. Rachel's way too strong for that. You got to hook a leg. You got to hook a leg. And right now you can see Tasha starting to feel herself. Whoa. I'm just going to let that one breathe.
No, you got to take over for a minute, man.
I can't because, right, whoa. So right now, momentum is shifting again.
Gosh, I love Impact Wrestling.
Can Rachel make that tag?
Tag team action, and no is the answer to the question. Tasha, for all the charisma, for all the humor, for all the clever wit, underneath it all is a very aggressive and intense competitor.
Yeah, she's one of the best out there. I mean, don't be fooled by this, let the book fool you. This girl can go, she's vicious, you can see she's relentless.
Roll for momentum, comes flying in, keeping her opponent trapped in the corner. Tasha steals now, changes the entire match. Here comes Kira
We've seen this.
Oh, yeah. Smart. Now they can beat on Rachel even more. She's been taking a ton of punishment, Ellering has.
And see, they're playing on the volatile temperature of Jordan Grace.
Here we go, ref in position. Is it enough? No, Rachel just reaching.
So now, right now, Kira is like playing mind games not only with Rachel, but with Brian Hebner, too. Just chatty-catty to Brian Hebner.
Kira is one of those people that when you do pass her in the halls here in the studio, you're so intimidated, like, at least for me. Like, I want to say hi and I want to engage, but there's this aura around her, a true superstar's aura.
Yeah, she carries herself like a pro. She carries herself like an athlete inside and out of the ring. Uh-oh. Oh! And looks like we come to a dead stop.
This is the opportunity that Rachel Ellering needs. She has to realize where Jordan is and make a quick tag. You can feel it.
Yeah, this is the moment. This is the moment. And now Rachel slowly.
She realizes. Kira realizes as well. Tags made at the exact same time. Both fresh fighters. Here we go.
And here Jordan coming in, showing the power. Big slam, and Jordan just going.
Yeah, it cannot be about the strength here, because then Jordan Grace is going to take back her claim to the Knockouts Tag Team titles. No!
Man, that Jordan just dropped, look at here. Jordan dropped Tasha high on the neck there. I thought that was it.
Part of the mind games that Fire and Flav have been playing with Jordan have been about the win and her stake and her role in the team. And Jordan could have just quieted all of those whispers right there.
And see the tandem offense here.
Yes.
Oh, look at this tandem offense.
Jordan down. Kiera has to get in there and not even allow a one count.
No, I think she knew the tide was turning. That could have been the championship right there. And Kiera said, no, I'm going to make the save right now.
Ellering and Grace defending their Knockouts Tag Team titles against the former champions Fire and Flav. Tandem offense here. Jordan Grace on the move. Tasha out of the way, taking advantage of the miscommunication. But her back is turned, and she has Jordan right in front of her.
Spine buster.
Kiera in now. Jordan sees her coming as well. Oh, look at that. Kiera used Jordan's strength against her. Rachel now.
A version of a sling blade there, and man, all four women are down.
Jordan Grace turned the momentum of this match around. One slight miscommunication, and now all four knockouts down. Rachel Ellering willing her partner back to her feet.
There you go, Rachel. Rachel's calling out game plans here, calling out plays.
Good.
What do they got in mind here?
All right, get rid of Bulldog. Tasha turned it around on Rachel, and again it leaves Jordan and Tasha, and perhaps we wouldn't have it any other way. Ooh, man, nicely done, jumping pump kick. Tasha off the ropes of momentum. There was a hesitation there. Jordan took advantage of it.
Yeah, that hesitation, that quick little hiccup there allowed Jordan to hit that clothesline, and now,
Jordan still on the move. Oh. And Tasha's right there, ready. Jordan taking advantage. Kiera Hogan, so smart.
Yeah, Jordan was going for that Vader bomb to end this, and Kiera just grabbed the ankle.
Yeah, and then being pulled down by Rachel Ellering forced Kiera to pull Jordan's neck over the top rope, I believe. Oh, our cameraman has to get out of the way there.
Yeah, our ringside's a hazard zone.
Oh, look at Kiera Hogan. How special is that human being right there?
That was a sliced bread on the floor.
Wow. And right now, on the floor, momentum is with Fire and Flavor. In the ring, I believe it is even. Jordynne Grace trying to pull herself up. Tasha Steelz begins to feel it. Here we go. Knockouts Tag Team titles hang in the balance.
Oh, and Jordan's got her hooked. That was hooked for the Grace driver right there.
Over. Oh, Tasha couldn't get set. Running palm strike by Jordynne Grace.
Miss Jordan putting the legs outside. What is she setting up for? Oh, Jordan's going up.
Trying to capture the arm. Tasha fighting underneath where it is exposed. Jordan clubbing forearms. The arm now has been captured, but Tasha still fights. The little fight within the big fight.
Jordan is down. Tasha has to take advantage of this right now, can she?
Looks like she's about to. Steadying herself as Tasha Steelz. Up high.
Oh, a front splash.
Low. Referee. It's
That's
over.
It. Wow.
It is over.
Here are your winners and new Knockouts Tag Team Champions, Fire and Flavor.
That's how you know a win is real, when there's that breath on the way in after 3, where you need to ingest. This just happened. Kiera Hogan, Tasha Steelz, once again, new Knockouts Tag Team Champions.
Look at this frog splash, perfectly executed right down on top of Jordan, and that knocked the wind straight out of Jordynne Grace. Fire and Flavor, two-time Knockout Tag Team Champion.
It came out of a fight up on top, a small little thing, but it put Jordynne Grace in position to get hit with the finishing maneuver. And now, for the second time, Knockouts Tag Team Champion, Fire and Flavor. Congratulations. Let's see what this reign brings.
Man, I'm rooting for you, Lenny.
Kayfabe, Mamarella. House rules, Daddy.
Red 3, lose again. What else you got?
98 Pontiac Sunbird?
Dino, front him $58, Daddy.
Well, bet's going on here. Hey, what's up, ladies? You got enough time to make a bet before the big main event?
Oh, Big Daddy, Bigger Daddy, you two hoping to have better luck here at Swingers Palace than you did in your match earlier?
You think you're some kind of tag team expert? The only reason you was a tag team champion in the first place because Simon Diamond carried your ass anyway.
That's it, you guys, your bets aren't welcome here. You're 84, Daddy.
What do you mean? You can't kick us out of here. What about anti-discrimination laws? Yeah, this is an illegal casino.
Yeah, the last time you two were here, you almost wrecked the place, ruined my masterpiece, Daddy.
Oh, come on, man, we make one little mistake and now you're gonna hold it against us?
Larry, you shot Bravo.
Relax. As long as there's no ring rust around here, everything will be okay.
All right, I'm done with this. Senor Hernandez, escort these two ham and eggers out the door. Turn them sideways.
All right, we'll take our business elsewhere. This ain't over.
See you later, natural disasters.
All right, let's get set for one. Personally, I've been waiting for X Division title on the line. Two of the very best in the world collide. El Phantasmo, the challenger. Josh Alexander, the champion. It happens right now. D'Lo, you know me, I've been pacing all day back and forth for this one.
Yeah.
Under Siege continues with this X Division Championship match. It is set for one fall, introducing first the challenger. From Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, representing the Bullet Club, El Phantasmo. Phantasmo.
So I'll pull back the curtain, if you will. There have been some people around the Impact locker room that haven't been very happy with this young man. Now, there's another side that have been in absolute awe. It is raw talent on display, and if it isn't refined to your palate, then that's fine, but you cannot deny the fact that this is something special.
When you're good, and you know it. When you're great, everyone else knows it. So right now, people don't like the attitude about Phantasmo. They don't like some of his antics, but they are awestruck by the things this man can do inside the ring and hell, quite frankly, above the ring.
You know, when you look at it, I guess it's perceived as an antagonist. I understand that, but the best antagonists are the ones that play on a true emotion. Like, you want to beat him up, you want to be better. Can you? That's the question.
You know, I gotta tell you, all day doing my notes, this match has always been circled on my pad going, this is the match, this is the match, this is the match.
His opponent from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, the defending X Division champion, the walking weapon, Josh Alexander.
That steely-eyed glare, that deep breath at the top of the ramp. The champ on his way to the ring to do what he does best. D'Lo, you've got to handicap this for me because I've always said Josh Alexander, pound for pound, I'll put him up against anyone in the world during any era. Like, hear those words. How does Phantasmo take the title tonight?
Phantasmo has got to rely on what brings him to the table. He's got to elevate his matchup. He's got to go above the ropes. He's got to use his quickness and speed. If Phantasmo lets Josh Alexander get a grip on him, get wrist control, get waist control, that's a long night for El Phantasmo. That's a long night.
Notice Phantasmo gave Josh Alexander the ring. It says a lot about the title and the champ. Even all the way over in the New Japan locker rooms. They know about Josh Alexander. They know about Impact Wrestling.
You know about the prestige of the X Division title. You don't think sitting around last month at Tokyo when El Phantasmo's looking across the locker room and he sees FinJuice there with the Impact World Tag Team titles, he's like, you know, hey, I want to bring that over here too.
So looking for how Alexander's going to close the distance on the wily, crafty ELP. Alexander definitely has an experience advantage though.
He has an experience, and he's more accustomed to this grappling style, where El Phantasmo is not. You know, he's got that Japanese high-flying style. And you can see Phantasmo's taking his time here. He's not rushing. That's smart on his part.
That was a mistake. He tried to shoot an ankle pick right there, got caught in the front chantry, taking control of the back here, waist lock, disposing of ELP. Yeah, Josh is in control.
See, Josh literally left his ankle out there for him to try to shoot on it. And when he did, he picked him up, threw him like a rag doll.
It's a setup.
Definitely a setup. Yeah.
So here we go now, ELP. To a knuckle lock. Again, I think Alexander's stronger.
At what point do you get in the knuckle lock and you go, this was a bad choice?
Well, you have to have something in mind, and evidently ELP did there. Nice little joint manipulation, pushing on. Now, look, nicely done. Good control, El Phantasmo. Roll off by Josh Alexander. Wow.
El Phantasmo's confused.
But he said, what the hell was that? And Josh kind of said, wrestling. Like, does he know what he's got himself into here, ELP?
I don't think so, because if so, he wouldn't be approaching it this way. I mean, Josh can counter you from any place, any move, any time. You don't want to get in a flat-out wrestling match with Josh Alexander.
Great escape there. Head higher than his opponents as the champ. ELP doing what he can. Again, going for the ankle, and this time, credit to El Phantasmo. He has Josh Alexander in a tough spot here.
Oh, bow and arrow, bow and arrow.
Alexander's able to push off and go into a cover. You saw how Josh kept his hand posted on the mat? Alexander knows it too, though.
You know, it's amazing. Josh Alexander lets you get him and stuff and feels your body, you know, your positioning, and then counters right out of it. He's got great body control.
So what this is doing is it's kind of lighting a fire on El Phantasmo. Let's not forget, Josh Alexander has that straight right hand. He can catch a guy coming in as well. Lull you in with the wrestling, and don't forget, I can do this too.
And now, Josh Alexander with head control here. And El Phantasmo's got to do something different. Nice. This wrestling is not working for him.
Drop down down, leapfrog, a second drop down, trying to disturb the footwork, and perhaps it's worked. High knee strike, and no, that's not the time to do that.
Yeah, no, don't pose now. You've got Josh Alexander reeling. Go, go, go! Ooh, ooh! Straight forearm right on the button of the chin there.
Now back to the front face lock here. A curious strategy from ELP, having Josh Alexander fight from underneath. Again, another drop down. Leapfrog, no, this time Alexander had it. Cover.
Nope. See, El Phantasmo's got to change his game plan up right now, because this is just not working.
Right now, Josh Alexander's hard hit rate is up. Everything he's doing is just perfect. It's barrel every time.
Oh, backdrop there. El Phantasmo's reeling right now. Uh-oh.
Here we go. No. He knows.
Okay, he knows. This is recoup right now. This is recoup.
Nope. See, Josh, he's been smiling a lot lately, or so it seems with the mouth guard. At least when he shows it, it's almost like it's an evil grin. Too smart. Come on, man. Butt to the gut by Alexander. Hard shot backing up ELP. Staying close, though. He still respects his opponent. There's Josh Alexander. Hard backbreaker. Cover. No leg hook there.
Josh Alexander showed some power there, because you can see he actually hooked El Phantasmo in a low area and had readjusted mid-air and then went on to drop the backbreaker. Oh, shot to the low back. That hurts. And right now, it just looks like Josh Alexander is going about business as normal.
It's a great point. He shouldn't be enamored with all of the stardom that comes with El Phantasmo. And at the same time, El Phantasmo should be enamored with just the respect that Josh Alexander commands in the hallways here and in the locker room.
Oh, and I'm sure El Phantasmo knows the reputation of Josh Alexander. I just think El Phantasmo he's so flippant about the way he does things.
Yeah.
He really doesn't give a damn. Oh.
We saw ELP do this Thursday night on Impact on AXS TV, or at least a variation thereof. But man, he kept the good stuff. He busted out the goods. Title on the line, no.
As nimble as a cat on this top rope. He's actually, it seems like he's more, comfortable walking those top ropes than he is walking around the ring, which is crazy to say.
And he'll tell anyone that's, at this point, I guess, foolish enough to ask, that he hardens his feet by kicking trees up in the woods, and that allows him, his calloused feet, to have more balance. I get it, but I just don't want to hear him tell me about it.
Well, and he also credits his super kick with those
Yes.
hardened feet. So,
God, what do you credit these knife-edge chops with?
Just cruel intent. Cruel intent is what I credit it with. And look at them just stomping on each other's feet. That's like...
Yes, it's smart.
It's not illegal. Trust me, that's not illegal. It's something you do just to make your opponent mad.
Rake of the eyes with Josh Alexander's in a bad way here. Many of...
Uh-oh. El Phantasmo.
Second here, pardon the paw.
Oh.
You've seen him do this before, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is arrogance. This is just...
This is a lot of the stuff that have a lot of the wrestlers, and to be honest, certain people in management, like lower management, annoyed.
Josh Alexander was annoyed too. I mean, this is... At some point, I get being cocky, I get being arrogant, but you're challenging for the X Division title, one of the most prestigious titles in the world. This is not the time to play games.
But also, don't you think there's like a bit of a appreciation of the fact that, well, take a look at this first. This is what we're talking about, but Josh Alexander with a great counter at it, but there needs to be appreciation of the fact that you're having an opportunity here, that someone's willing to put you on an airplane and fly you in and, make sure that all the protocols are taken so that you can be a part of this. There should be a respect for that alone.
Josh Alexander just straight chopped the post. That could have broken bones inside his hand.
That's a good point. Think about how the ankle lock works. And we talked about the right hand, and just as you said it,
and look,
El Phantasmo.
Yes. This is the turning point in this match. It has to be, because If Josh Alexander can't lock the ankle lock on or get wrist control because of an injured hand, this is smart here.
That's It's a great way to dismantle a bulk of the offense of the champion. And when we look at the other side, you mentioned ELP's super kick. He also has the CR2 that he borrowed or reframed from Miyano Collection AT. So you have to look at it and think of what these guys bring to the table and how can the other wrestler counter it.
Oh, back up top again. Man, he is just so graceful up there. And tightening that grip on that wrist there to make sure he's in control.
The balance is utterly amazing.
And
we talked about it. We've seen Jinsei Shinzaki do it. He looks Skipper do it.
Oh, nice.
Great counter there by Josh Alexander. Trying to find the counter puncher's advantage here. He is the champion. Josh Alexander knows how hurt his hand truly is.
Well, you see Josh moving the hand around, trying to get blood flow back in there, trying to see if there's any pain shooting through it. You know, and only, like you said, only he knows. But man, his hand took some punishment over the last few minutes here.
So here we go, El Fantasma trying to shake the cobwebs. Alexander, head always higher than his opponent. Oh man. Ooh.
That forearm rocked El Fantasma. Did you see that? Ooh. But El Fantasma not to be undersold with, whoa. Josh Alexander with just an incredible forearm to the chin. Oh, he's daring him to hit him. Oh, what the?
Playtime is over. Daddy is home and he is pissed.
You don't, no, you just don't do that. Did you notice that Josh Alexander threw that chop and immediately grabbed his own hand? Yeah. That's something to monitor.
I'm watching that because I think the faster the match goes, the more it favors El Fantasma.
I agree. I totally agree with that.
There it is, Alexander in perfect position. Shoulders are down, it's not enough.
See, look, right back to the hand. That is something to watch. If I'm El Fantasma, out of the corner of my eye, I'm still seeing that, realizing, yeah, I think I hurt his hand enough. I think I got to go back at it.
Let me ask you, how much of the locker room's opinion of El Fantasma is in the back of Josh Alexander's mind here?
Oh, I think Josh Alexander knows he wants to be the one to shut this kid up. He wants to be the one to say, hey, you can't walk in here and act all cocky and arrogant and try to take a championship away from us. I'm going to show you who we are, what we're about.
Oh, wait a minute here. Small package. The ankles weren't crossed. Josh Alexander kept a hold of the ankle, and just like that, ELP is in a tough spot.
But did you notice the ease in which El Fantasma got out of that ankle lock? That takes me back to that hand.
Fluid, my gosh. Do we have a new champ? No.
He's very graceful, but going back, Josh Alexander released that ankle lock pretty quickly. I wonder if that hand is not 100%. I'm gonna keep harping on, oh, wow. Oh. But look at Josh Alexander.
Wait, yeah, Josh knows he's got a hold of something, like a dying shark.
But El Fantasma went right back at that hand now. What do we have here? Whoa! I don't even know what to call that.
Is this it?
And Josh Alexander showing the guts, showing the determination of a champion.
But all he could do, he being Josh Alexander, is roll over and keep his shoulders off the mat. I mean, I really feel it, again, with the super kick and with the CR2, with sudden death, with the frog splash, all of it lends itself. No, not just yet.
Oh, across the back.
Not just yet. Ankle left exposed. Josh Alexander has come to life. Ankle lock submission, locked in. ELP is long and tall, and Josh knows it. And just like that, ELP rolls through. Alexander takes the buckle, exposed back. He's got the handful of ties.
That's it. Oh,
not enough.
Yeah, El Fantasma had a great leverage on there. He had Josh Alexander fold it in half. I thought that was it now. Fantasma loading up the boot. No.
It went low. You saw where Josh caught it. He caught it right around Josh's own hip and waist. Why would you do that?
What do you?
Why?
Don't poke the bear.
Wow. Oh my gosh. That was beautiful. That should be a poster on like every kid's wall that wants to be a wrestler.
And look at the face. Look at the look of determination right now on Josh Alexander. Is he going? Crossbody, here it comes.
See, there's the difference. You would think anyone else with all the damage that they've endured in this match, probably with a broken hand, would have taken a second and maybe gone for a count out or give me a minute. Josh said, no, I've got to keep fighting. That fire, man, listen, some people say it's better to burn out than it is to fade away. Josh Alexander is a bright shooting star right now.
You know, there are people who run away from the burning building. Josh Alexander runs towards it. That's that type person he is. He does not quit. He does not give up. He has one train of thought. Win, win, win.
That's the guy I want representing my company, my locker room. That's the guy I want wearing my title.
Hell yes. Now Josh Alexander up to the top. Oh, Phantasmo's so quick. He's so quick. See referee Brandon Toll getting in there, checking on both men.
Great shot there. No Phantasma now.
Let's give props to our camera crew for getting those shots close and up tight like that.
See the exposed rib cage. Josh Alexander doing what he has to get down from there. We saw it earlier tonight, how quickly titles can slip away from up high there.
Oh, Josh Alexander he's hanging on an edge right now. Like,
he can't get his footing. Look at his right foot.
Yeah.
He can't get his footing.
That kick to the head caught him off guard. Uh-oh, what is going on? Oh, right off the top! Oh my goodness!
This is it.
Phantasmo, this is it.
Here we go.
If this is the frog splash, this could be a new X Division champion right now.
Beautiful! Nailed it perfectly. Can he get over for the cover? Leg hook, shoulders down, new chin, not just yet.
That's not the cover you got to do at that moment. Lock in, lock a leg, hook tight, wrap up.
That is a great point. I agree. One more time.
Look at this, top rope Piranha, and then El Phantasmo quickly to the top, and look at this. He grabs his own damn ankles.
My gosh. Well, you had a great point about the type of cover. This isn't it. Look at Alexander's right shoulder. It's unfettered, and Josh used his hips. Josh kicked out the way that you're taught, like you're 6 months into training. How about that? You're still the X Division champion, but you go back to your fundamentals. If nothing else, I give Josh Alexander that.
Oh, roll through, here we go.
No, that's Alexander's momentum. He's in control. The champion trying to hook up divine intervention. Up ELP shifted. You saw it.
Yes, you saw the hip shift.
Oh boy, Alexander's shoulders are down. He's going to try to bridge, but that puts more pressure. All that pressure on his neck and head.
Oh.
But that's why you're one of the best wrestlers in the world. Jackknife.
That's it.
No.
Man, I thought that was it.
Oh, Canadian trick, rolls through, ankle exposed, it's locked in again. Hello, old friend, Josh Alexander, going back to what brought him to the dance.
You know, I think I just noticed something here. You see how Josh Alexander has switched the lock hand?
Yes.
The injured hand is now underneath. He's gone lefty this time. Oh.
Look at that again off the momentum of the kick. Josh Alexander able to counter punch. Oh, wow. Broke him in half. Instead of going for the pin, gets the ankle lock in. And I have to believe that's for all the boys in the back. That's for every locker room around the world. Here we go. Can he make ELP tap?
Can Josh sit down? Yes, he's got. This is going to be it. This is going to be it. That's it. That's it.
Here is your winner and still X Division champion, the walking weapon, Josh Alexander.
Locker rooms and wrestling fans around the world will now forever know the name Josh Alexander, because he's the guy that just made El Phantasmo tap, and he's the guy that's the X Division champion.
What a feather in the cap of Josh Alexander. What a win over an international superstar.
Wow, this feels like one for us. And pardon my pride, but I just can't help it. I got guys like that on my side.
FinJuice, Eddie Edwards, tonight you will all be stepping into the ring with Kenny Omega and the Good Brothers for a 6-man tag team match. What are your final thoughts before going into this?
Well, yeah, let me be the one to tell you. I'll tell you what our thoughts are, Gia. We've been thinking a lot about tonight. We've been thinking a lot about Under Siege, and what we're thinking about Under Siege is we don't think there's going to be any bull crap tonight, Gia. There ain't going to be any interference. There ain't going to be any hitting from behind. There ain't going to be any 3 versus 1. It's going to be even Steven. From the bell, 3 versus 3. FinJuice and Eddie against those 3 jackasses.
We got Kenny Omega, who has 4 world championships to his name currently. You've got the Good Brothers, the former Impact World Tag Team Champions, arguably one of the greatest tag teams of all time. You have the current best tag team in the entire world, FinJuice, and one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, Eddie Edwards. He is a multiple-time world champion in multiple companies. Eddie, how do you feel about tonight, buddy?
Under Siege. Impact Wrestling. Truly, yeah, we are under siege. But I'm not talking about these guys. These guys representing New Japan, they handle business right. You come here with respect and you represent Impact Wrestling to the best of your ability. That is the difference between FinJuice and the Good Brothers and Kenny Omega and Don Callis. You see, the Good Brothers and Don Callis, they work for Impact Wrestling, but by watching them, listening to them, you wouldn't know that, would you? You wouldn't know that. Kenny Omega, he comes in here and they think they're gonna handcuff us. They think they're gonna take over Impact Wrestling. They think they call the shots. Tonight at Under Siege, they are in for a rude awakening. Because if anybody plans to take Impact from me, it's gonna be over my dead body. We got this tonight.
Lot on the line all night long, including the Knockouts title. Challenger Havoc versus the champion, Deonna Purrazzo. Deonna has turned away all challengers, perhaps until tonight. What do you think, D? Chance for an upset here?
Havoc's been on a huge roll. Yes, I think there's a chance.
Havoc! Break! Havoc!
The next match is for the Knockouts Championship. It is scheduled for 1 fall. Introducing first the challenger from Defiance, Havoc!
Now, when I said upset here, I think the only reason you make Deonna the favorite in this is because she's the champion. And outside of that, you mentioned Havoc's role, momentum, and trend lately. I would call this even money.
You know, given where Havoc has come from and all she's gone through over the last 6 or 8 weeks, the fact that she's actually here in this match shows her intestinal fortitude, shows her determination. That is going to, me, give her a decided edge in this contest tonight.
Yeah, the journey culminated with a match against Rosemary where Havoc was victorious, but there did seem to be at least a mutual respect between Havoc and Rosemary. But what puts Havoc here in this position tonight against this champion that many say may be the best?
Her opponent accompanied to the ring by Kimberly and Susan from Hackettstown, New Jersey. She is the defending Knockouts champion. She is the virtuosa Deonna Purrazzo.
D'Lo Brown set up a table and a chair in the corner. Talking me out of the fact that Deonna Purrazzo is the very best women's wrestler in the world today.
Dude, I could try to sell you a bill of goods for an hour talking in circles. I can't. Deonna Purrazzo, to me, pound for pound, technique to technique, skill to skill, is one of the best, not only in the world today, that I've ever seen compete in this squared circle. So I can't tell you she's not the best, because I damn sure think she is.
High praise for Deonna Purrazzo. She needs to continue to build her legacy. Big victories. I mean, she retired in Jazz. If she can get through Havoc here tonight and continue a long and illustrious reign, we'll be talking about Deonna Purrazzo and the Knockouts title for many, many years to come.
I agree, and this is a big match for Deonna. This is a pivotal contest here. This is a benchmark moment. Deonna's got to rise to the occasion.
So how does she do it? How does Deonna beat Havoc? How does Havoc beat Deonna? D'Lo Brown, the floor is yours.
Deonna has to stick to her game plan. She's got to lull Havoc in and get a hold of that arm. And for Havoc, use your power, use your size, use your aggression, and get Deonna in a position where you can take advantage of her with all your attributes.
Like that, you see Deonna showing aggression. Not going to be able to manhandle or woman handle Havoc around the ring.
You see, there's an example of Havoc's power. Havoc just pushed Deonna in her corner. Deonna came firing out of the corner like a rag doll.
And to your point, Havoc exerting her will here.
And this is where Havoc needs to be. This is her wheelhouse. Use your power to your advantage.
Havoc tends to create a lot of space after impact. Why does she do that?
Because she's setting up for the next blow. Everything she does, she moves to the next spot so she can run in again and attack.
Kimber and Susan might have to change that strategy.
And see, this is the numbers game here. Deonna's going to play that game. She knows it well.
Sleeper hold, smart, wearing down the challenger.
Oh, but there's the strength again.
We all just got quiet. You saw that, everyone?
Yes, everyone. Oh, we've seen that guillotine leg drop from Havoc before. If she hits it, it's devastating. Oh,
that
look
kick
at
was to the
Deonna.
arm. That was well placed.
You see Deonna going back to the game plan. And that's where Deonna needs to stay. She needs to stay in this wheelhouse here.
Slowly, methodically, Deonna Purrazzo, the Knockouts champion, manipulating the hand, the joint, the elbow, the wrist, the shoulder.
Fingers aren't supposed to bend that way. I'm sorry. And you see Deonna, once she gets her focus on that arm, it doesn't, like she's staring right at it, thinking of the next thing to do.
It's like when a player gets locked in, maybe from behind the three-point line, it's just like automatic.
Oh! And now the demolition of Havoc's arm begins. Oh.
It's amazing how the whole entire match has come to a screeching halt here, covered by the champion, all because the match is flowing at the champ's pace.
And this is where Deonna wants to be. And I don't care how big or how tall or strong you are.
Right.
None of that matters when you're laying on the mat and your arm is hurting. None of that matters.
Perfect placement of the hand, pushing down on the shoulder. Has Havoc completely neutralized. The champion in full control.
Look at this. Deonna's got that hand right on the top of the shoulder that is torquing your shoulder, and you see how she's got her other arm laced in. That's increasing the leverage. Great placement.
I'm appreciative of this pace and this style, especially ahead of what we're going to see, the six-man tag match with FinJuice and Eddie Edwards versus the brothers, and of course Kenny Omega. We're about to feel a complete seismic shift in the evening.
Right now, Havoc is feeling a seismic shift in her arm.
Oh, so smart between the pain and the awareness of your shoulders being down. Havoc is in a tough spot, dude.
Yeah, and look at this. Deonna never lets go of wrist control. That's the one thing you've got to admire right there. Just maintaining control and contact.
Completely immobilized Havoc, neutralized the power.
You see the arm gave out. Look at this.
Wow. My goodness. Say what you want about a personality. It is a pleasure to watch Deonna Purrazzo wrestle.
It's a modified chicken wing right there. Deonna's got her arm locked in and then grabbing on the chin, creating 2 points of pressure.
Havoc, perhaps the only way out here. Havoc needs to turn things around. You can almost feel the Knockouts title just slipping away. Havoc, really never truly got her hands upon it, at least in this match.
Oh, right to the ring post. And I don't care what you say, Deonna Purrazzo is putting in a workman's-like performance right now. She's just dissecting Havoc at this moment.
It's like watching a championship fight, watching a Floyd Mayweather Jr., if you will, something to that effect. You have to appreciate what you're watching now because people are going to ask you about it later on in life.
The great ones make everything look so easy.
Yeah.
So easy, we sit back and admire and go, how do they do it like that?
Let's not count Havoc out just yet. She's been to the dance before, knows what it takes to be on top.
Oh,
Does she have it against this champion?
Havoc has got to make a move now.
Look at that. Havoc turned to the side for a side slam. Deonna was one step ahead, but here's Havoc. I said don't count her out just yet. Hard clothesline in for the cover. Is it enough? No.
No. And Havoc's got to capitalize on this now. She's got Deonna backpedaling. She's got to capitalize. Havoc does.
Kimber can feel it.
Yeah,
Havoc
Kimber's out
can
there.
feel it.
Kimber's out yelling instructions. You can hear Susan over there too.
Heavy breaths. The challenger now. Using the advantage. Deonna slipped through. Not a good place. You don't want to be there.
No.
Deonna wise to get out of the way. Again.
Deonna's moving out the way because those kicks they can be devastating.
Oh, Carter rushing in. Deonna Purrazzo on the move, off the ropes for momentum, runs into Havoc.
Oh, nice.
Is this the turning point? Is this it right here? Could it be? We saw it tap out earlier. Could we see another one here?
Havoc's got to sit back a little more. She's got to get that leverage back further.
Yeah, but we don't know.
There you go.
What does her lower back feel like? It could hurt her to drop down. Like, look, she went to a knee. Havoc's in trouble. Deonna did some damage earlier on.
Well, also, too, if you notice, Havoc can't hook with the arm that's been hurting that Deonna's been working on, so she's shifting to the right side, and that's why everything's tilting to the left.
What a great point you just made, and just like that, the hold unravels and comes apart. Havoc's opportunity lay in front of her. What can she do now?
See, that is secondary damage of Deonna's offense, where Havoc can't even lock a movement because of damage to the arm.
We saw it in the match just before, Josh Alexander and ELP, where we saw Josh Alexander, a true champion, make an adjustment and get just an amazing victory that people are going to be talking about for a while. Why not keep that momentum going here?
And now, hey, what? Kimberly, what are you? Thank you for coming, Kimberly. Thank you for coming, Susan. But that may have given Deonna an opportunity. Whoa, what power.
No. Anger and rage are great motivators. But an angry fighter is a sloppy fighter, and perhaps Havoc has been caught trying to be worked down. If Purrazzo can get Havoc's chest onto the mat, the armbar is locked in.
Nice
but
roll
Havoc
through.
rolled through, and so did Deonna.
Yeah, that was great by Havoc. Oh my goodness, what a knee strike. That was right on the chin. Oh my,
Is that it? Is that it?
Oh, again.
Let's see, still Havoc favoring her arm. Deonna sees it as well.
That was elevated to
Beautifully
force
done,
court.
rolling through. Fujiwara, tight. She got it.
Here is your winner and still Knockouts champion, Deonna Purrazzo.
Man, oh man, D'Lo Brown, what we have seen in the last two matches has been absolutely beautiful to watch. Wrestling on display. What did you make of it?
It was pure wrestling, and here you see an elevated divorce court. Second rope assisted, then rolling into the Fujiwara. What bright combination offense. What an idea how to end this match.
I think the wrestling here in Impact is the best that it's ever been, and it's gonna need to be, because coming up, this six-man tag team match says a lot about what we've seen already here tonight. For the first time ever, will be Carl Anderson versus Eddie Edwards.
When you see the Impact logo, it might as well be a silhouette of Eddie Edwards. Eddie Edwards is Impact Wrestling. Eddie, suicide dive! Knockouts with the chair into the spine buster!
Good brothers seem like they're right back in form.
Konnichiwa, machine gun.
Well done, Carl. Well done. We're the Impact World Tag Team Champions. You guys have your rematch at Rebellion, but until then, Juice and I are gonna go out and have a good time. We might even have a couple drinks just for you guys.
That's true.
We need to focus. You guys are a little too much with the party, not enough with the winnie.
FinJuice retain the titles.
Every time one of them loses, our stock goes down.
It's our final qualifier for this week. Kenny Omega is in the building. So are the Good Brothers.
Well, you wanted a celebration. Be careful what you ask for, because you might get it. What a great way to celebrate than to beat down these punks and leave them laying.
Momentum for the Good Brothers. Was it ever really lost? Confidence is back. What's the reason why you won last week? Me. What's the reason why I win all my big matches? You guys support me. Now it's my turn to support you. Juice Robinson, David Finley, Eddie Edwards, do you know what you have started? The Good Brothers, the Big LG, the Machine Gun, and the head coach, the difference maker, the cleaner, the best bout machine, Kenny Omega, the best trios that you will ever see in the entire world. You've started something you're not gonna be able to finish.
All right, now the one the world has been waiting for. At least the world of Kenny Omega, Don Callis, and the Good Brothers. Six-man tag team action. I'm sure FinJuice and Eddie Edwards have been waiting for it as well. A lot of people want to get their hands on these guys. Let's do it.
The following six-man tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing team number one first, representing New Japan Pro Wrestling. They are the Impact World Tag Team Champions, David Finley and Juice Robinson. FinJuice!
Representing New Japan Pro Wrestling, they are the Impact World Tag Team Champions. How sweet does that sound, D'Lo Brown?
It sounds incredible. And for those who sleep on FinJuice, for those who think, you know, they're a little young, they're a little arrogant, these two kids are good. They have grown on me over the weeks. I actually like these guys a lot.
Yeah, you say arrogant. I don't know, man. I just think they're fun-loving. I think it's a new breed, a new generation of an athlete that appreciates where they are. They appreciate what has been, but also what's to come. I think these two guys appreciate the fact that they brought those tag team titles all the way over to Japan. They brought them over with respect and honor, and now they're back in an Impact ring. I admire that.
I agree with you every step of the way. I dig FinJuice a lot, but you know who I dig a lot more? I dig the heartbeat of Impact Wrestling.
Their tag team partner from Boston, Massachusetts, Eddie Edwards.
Perfect timing. I love the lyric. I'm taking back what's mine. You can't hold me down. What's his is Impact Wrestling, and I think that it's a unique thing going on with all the wrestlers in the locker room. Kenny Omega's the Impact champion. That doesn't sit well with a lot of people, including Eddie Edwards.
No, it's a rallying cry in the locker room. It's who is going to step up? Who is going to be the one to go after Kenny Omega and bring back home what is ours, what we have lost?
So here we go, six-man tag team action. As we get ready to hear the click. Bullets in the chamber, crack one open. Let's go.
In the distance, he's in your six.
Their opponents first from Tokyo, Japan, the Big LG Doc Gallows, Machine Gun Carl Anderson. They are the Good Brothers.
I believe it was this past Thursday on AXS TV or Carl Anderson, Luke Gallows, Kenny Omega had some strong words, but for what we saw was Carl Anderson that was intent. It was Kenny Omega that was stirring it all.
But who's stirring the drink? The invisible hand, Don Callis. And look at him, he takes his time walking out. He wants the world to see him for who he is. The man who controls everything in his opinion.
2, but 3 separate world championships. Gotch, Hackenschmidt, Stanislaus Zbyszko, Joe Stecker, Pete Farmer, Bad News Allen, Nick Bockwinkel, all pale in comparison to the juggernaut, to the god among insects that is your undisputed world champion from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Kenny by God Omega.
D'Lo Brown, how do you follow that?
You listen to the list of accomplishments that came out of the mouth of Don Callis. You may not like Kenny Omega. Quite frankly, I can't stand Kenny Omega. But everything that Don Callis is saying about Kenny Omega is true. This man holds championships in 3 different companies. This man has performed all around the world and has been touted as the best in the world. That's Kenny Omega. That's your Impact World Champion.
All Elite Wrestling Champion, AAA Mega Champion, Impact World Champion, Kenny Omega. And Kenny said to the brothers that when this group is apart, the brothers tend to falter. Kenny was careful to mention that he never falters. But when the group is together, they succeed. Your thoughts on that?
Kenny is saying we're strong in our numbers. I'm the star that stirs the drink, so Kenny has a high opinion of himself. I mean, rightly so. But doesn't let FinJuice or Eddie Edwards are intimidated one bit. They're gonna go right there, straight at Kenny Omega and the Good Brothers.
Here we go. We got a lot of good different matchups here. So let's see. It looks like it's going to be David Finlay to start. I'd expect that. And Carl Anderson. Okay, so they're going to renew some hostilities from this past Thursday on #Impact on AXS TV.
And that's a good way to start up. You know, we're fresh off wrestling each other 2 days ago. Let's continue it.
Collar and elbow tie-up.
Let's see what you learned from 2 days ago, kid. That's what Carl Anderson is thinking right now.
A little hair pull as we get over the shoulder of Don Callis. Again, just a very obtuse, a strange individual.
That's a good word. I'll leave it there. That's a good word. You know, and I have a fundamental understanding of Japanese, and I heard someone yell, "Sit down, Kohai." Kohai means number 2. Senpai is number 1 and Kohai is number 2. It's almost like teacher and student. So someone from the club side yelled over to the other team and just called them underlings.
That was Don, by the way.
Oh, good point out. I heard it, I didn't know who said it. And right now, Juice Robinson is fired up early. The quickness of Juice Robinson is on display there. Carl Anderson came screaming in, and I love the quick tags here. I love the quick tags.
You know, it's been that Finlay and Robinson have had Anderson and Gallows' number for what seems like a couple of months now.
It does. They've been in their heads, and look at the tandem offense. Nice.
Yeah, look at how Gallows got his Anderson got his shoulders off the mat, and Finlay had to half him back. Not enough.
And now good control in the head. Keep an eye on the corner by Finlay.
Yep. You see Kenny reaching through, letting Carl at least hear where they are. Kenny has mentioned that he believes that there's no better trio in the world than the brothers and himself.
Well, I think there's a great combination over there. Think about the big LG, your strength and power. And between Kenny and between Carl, the wrestling acumen of this team is off the charts. So, yeah, these seem like the best trios in the world.
Yeah, Dom does not like what he's seeing at all here. Firmly in control, Juice Robinson, David Finlay, and Eddie Edwards.
And even Carl Anderson's like, you know, he's even caught off guard a little bit. See, quickly, Carl Anderson back up to his feet, back up to a vertical base.
Had to start to think when that was going to happen.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Oh. Now things will change. The big heavy hitter, the big LG. Let him unload some of this explosive, high-powered offense.
Wait a minute here.
Oh, nice jab.
Hands are down.
Can he come with that big?
Bobbleheaded is
Here
LG.
it is.
Lieutenant Dangley steps right in. Oh, man, I thought the big tree was going down. Not yet.
Yeah, because Juice Robinson set up those jabs, and I thought the big left straight hand was coming at him. And now here's the quickness of this whole team right here. David Finlay is as fast as a firecracker.
Smart there.
I don't care how fast you are. If you can't see where you're going, it doesn't matter.
It's a dangerous ride.
Ooh.
Speaking of dangerous, here we go.
And now the ring general is coming in.
So, a couple of things. One, bone dry is Kenny Omega. That tells me one thing. Secondly, look at his pace. Look at how it's different than everyone else's.
Kenny he accelerates in a ways, he moves differently. And I say that like if you ever watched a Great Muta move, they just move in a different kind of way.
In and out though, quick. Just when you want to see more, and nope, takes it away.
He's good at teasing. He gives you a taste. He doesn't give you the whole entree. He just gives you a taste.
Finlay fighting back. Tag made. His natural partner, Juice Robinson.
And I gotta say, so far in this match, it has been back and forth. There's been no team who has taken a decided advantage so far in this encounter.
Interesting. I would think that Juice and Finlay are doing the yeoman's work here, and they certainly have isolated Carl. So let's see. Hard slam, center of the ring. Juice positions himself perfectly. Sogo, senton.
A squatting senton there, and that's a hell of a move.
Just a two.
Well, Kenny came in there, and Kenny came in. He didn't need to break that up, but he did.
Right.
That is just saying, I'm watching you, kid. I'm watching you, and I'm not going to let anything happen.
You say it's a veteran tactic, but right now with Eddie Edwards in there, I feel confident that this team of FinJuice and Eddie Edwards will be able to turn back any of that type of chicanery.
You know, and just as I said, there was no decided advantage. It's starting to flow that way, but quickly, Carl Anderson, knowing where he is, backs Eddie up into the enemy corner, and this is something I've wanted to see for a long time.
So Eddie couldn't defend himself in the corner there now. Kenny Omega and Eddie Edwards in an Impact Wrestling ring.
Do you notice how Kenny, and it's smart on his point, he never goes in there when someone's at full strength. He always takes an advantage of someone who's already on the cell, you know, who's already hurting.
Backside headlock. Kenny knows he's got to get Eddie off of there. Shoulder tackle. To the other side, Kenny Omega. Over, drop down, slide through. Eddie Edwards, move for move, step for step with the Impact World Champion. And Eddie Edwards is standing tall. Cover here. No.
And Eddie Edwards with a quick 2 count, sending a message to Kenny Omega. I'm not intimidated by who you think you are. I don't care if you're the best bout machine. I'm Eddie frickin' Edwards.
I'm not intimidated by who you think you are. I like it, D. Snap. Cover.
I'm going to go back and rephrase my thought from 5 minutes ago. The match is totally siding now and shifting momentum towards FinJuice and Eddie Edwards. Totally that way.
Yeah, I was going to say, I could feel myself smiling, and I shouldn't, but watching, even FinJuice, you know, they're New Japan, but there are guys, quote unquote, giving it to Kenny Omega. It just kind of feels good.
Anytime you see Kenny Omega hurting, anytime you see Kenny Omega getting bounced around a lot, should make everyone feel good.
That's terrible. How far have we come as a society? We should just want to see accountability and some humility, and that's it. We can appreciate, okay, I was gonna say we can appreciate athletes for who they are, but I guess Carl has shown me otherwise.
Right here, Juice Robinson, oh, the big LG.
Yep, perfectly done.
Oh no!
Look at Juice holding his own. Oh boy.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, nice! Moved out the way! Left hand.
So here we go, turn your attention back to the ring.
Oh.
You can't forget about one of the best.
No, and Kenny was laying in wait. He knew exactly what he was doing. He was waiting for the right second to strike. And this, I can feel, this is the turning point. This is the turning point in this match.
Then leave, man.
Ooh. Oh. The low back right in the apron of the ring. And literally, Kenny Omega shouting out to the world what he just did.
Do you think there's something wrong with him? Like, I'm not trying to be whatever, like mentally. Do you think there's something like off?
Look, all great artists are a bit off in some respects. So.
True. Eccentric.
Eccentric is a good word.
Wow, man. It's saying a lot, though, because I'm enamored with Kenny Omega. We talk about true stars, and it's just, there are some special people on this earth.
Oh! Pointed the elbow right into the side of the jaw and neck.
Handful of hair, as well as good wrist control. Kenny Omega calling for boot skis.
You see Juice Robinson aggressively trying to reach for a tag. Kenny wouldn't let him get anywhere near the corner, and now Juice is out on his feet. He doesn't even know where he is.
Hard buckle.
And here comes the heavy offense of just as soon as I say that, Big LG gets out, I was expecting the heavy offense to come in.
Let's talk about it, because Kenny said it. We talked about it earlier. Talk about it again here, about that when he's out there, he's going to show them how it's done. He's going to be the equalizer and so on and so forth. We're seeing a different style out of the brothers here, so maybe Kenny's influence is beginning to show.
Is it influence, or is Kenny shouting directions from the apron? Is he calling the shots?
Right.
Is he being a general out there and going, do this, do this, do this?
Well, we don't know what happens post-match. You know, they sit back down, they watch, and they see here, this is why I said do this. This is why we tried to do this and this didn't work. I mean, that's why they're at the best, because they don't just go back to their rooms and party. I mean, they do, but they also pay attention to their craft, the brothers and Kenny.
Oh, look at this. Whoa,
Yeah,
nice.
Oh, good counter.
Uh-oh. And Juice Robinson's in a good position. He's only feet away from his own corner. Can he make that tag? He knows where he is. There it is.
Tag made. Here comes David Finlay.
And watch the speed tick up right now.
As it's been with FinJuice every time. When David Finlay's in, everything changes. And just like that, Kenny Omega flat on his back. LG on the floor.
David Finlay so fast, he's like a blur out there. When he accelerates into stuff, look at that.
Carl Anderson, who is taking a beating in this matchup. I said at the top that he seemed to be the most intense and the most focused. He's been taking the beating. Is it enough? Oh, Kenny with the save.
Man, that jumping European is devastating. And now LG's taking control.
Well, he said it's Omega calling spots here and running traffic.
You see that? Did you see that? Omega went over to Carl Anderson, said something, and now look.
Here we go, the engineer. Oh, forces Carl to rush in. Kenny rushes in. Finlay too quick. Back to Carl and Finlay that are legal. Referee in the right spot. Carl's saying something to the referees.
Look, Kenny Omega's grabbing the foot.
It can never be on the up and up with these guys.
And how are you going to tell me not to believe what I just saw?
That's something that a lot of Japanese fans, they just absolutely loathe the brothers and Kenny about, is how they brought that quote-unquote Western style and diluted the purity of Japanese wrestling.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to bring in the fun and games and the shenanigans here, but at the end of the day, they can flat out wrestle.
Cover here, leg hook, not enough.
Oh, grabbing him by the ear. That's by the ear.
Nasty.
Oh. And Carl just unloading. And this whole time, Don Callis just sitting there watching his game plan play out. Uh-oh.
Ooh, the body shots.
Those are right on the ribs and the kidney, and they hurt. And you can see David Finley's in trouble right now.
Oh boy, low angle suplex there, the torque.
And now LG's laying all the heavy weight on top of David Finley's neck and back. Look at that torque, look at that angle.
Look at how David is trying to scooch his hip back, trying to alleviate the pressure, but he can't.
No, and that's because LG is smothering him right now, and that's smart. Okay, now Finley's getting to a vertical base. That's going to help out a lot.
Just like that. I think the first half of the match belonged to FinJuice and Eddie. But this half here, it's been all about Kenny and the brothers.
Yeah, momentum has shifted again. Oh, nice cross body.
Now what can Finley do with it?
LG is down, David's down. Look at this again. Jumping cross body. You don't see the big man go down like that too often.
True. Opportunity awaits. The first team that can make a tag.
There's a tag.
Comes Carl Anderson.
Oh, flip, lands on his feet. Bad corner. Oh, Carl's not, oh no, and there's a tag. Eddie Edwards in.
Kenny and Eddie, here we go.
Nice. And Eddie with the early advantage here in this confrontation.
Bouncing Kenny Omega around. You saw what Kenny Omega did. He went to the corner, and Eddie Edwards had to take him over to a different corner.
Oh, these rapid machine gun chops.
And now, the triple world champion in trouble. Reverses the whip. Eddie Edwards in. Out of the way. Kenny Omega's back. Crashing into the turnbuckle. Ooh. Eddie Edwards now creating some space for some more high-octane offense.
Eddie up to the top. Looked like he was going for the knee party up the top.
Oh, nice redirection there.
Blue Thunder Bomb!
How does it feel?
Oh! Man, I thought that could have been it right there.
Oh, man. Think of the stories that could have been written. Had Eddie Edwards pinned Kenny Omega with that maneuver.
With the Blue Thunder Bomb, that would be all over every Japanese tabloid.
Oh, look at that. Kenny caught Eddie charging in, creating space, and here come the brothers to clear out the closet.
And the brothers have seen enough. They're like, the hell with that. Ooh. Let's unload on Eddie Edwards.
Eddie has his hands up on the top rope. Ooh. He was using him for support, able to get out of the way. And look at Eddie Edwards, taking a fight to 3 different guys.
Eddie's coming in now. FinJuice joined the battle.
Talked about the numbers.
And this is very Japanese style, that repetitive tandem offense. Counter moves in the corner.
Okay, there it is. Lost him, running back midair. Is it enough? No.
And I don't think Eddie can get high enough on the shoulder and keep the leverage down.
Almost
you're right. You're right. Kenny got lost in the air. Look at this. As he goes up, the Tiger Driver, and you guess. Wow.
Wow is right. I don't know anyone else who would have kicked out of that.
You know, that's one of the most difficult maneuvers on the planet to pull off. Very effective.
Ooh.
Battling European uppercuts here, and now it's just rolling out of control. Oh, jab, jab. We know it's coming up. No! Big trigger! Snap German. Oh!
Not on my level, not on my level. You hear, Kenny?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Uh-oh, we've seen this before too. LG's going for the ride. LG's going for the ride.
Call back to their days in the Dome. This is such an insulting maneuver. No.
And FinJuice came in to make a save and literally covered Eddie with their own bodies to protect him.
Eddie still hasn't really moved. Here we go, but Eddie's in a bad way here. We saw what Kenny did to Rich Swann with the V-triggers. Ski triple bomb. No.
And now you can feel the heavy offense are breaking it out. They're going for the kill. They're trying to just end this match.
Yeah, they're playing the hits.
Literally and figuratively. And now they're setting up. This is it.
Magic Killer and FinJuice, no. They are fully aware if that move gets hit, it's over.
Oh yeah, here it, LG was going for another Magic Killer, no. Double suplex.
Nicely done there. Remember, Eddie Edwards has long tenured tag team experience, part of some of the very best tag teams in the world.
Yes.
Another Snapdragon there.
Oh, wow, that is such a devastating move.
Oh, the kick to the neck.
Oh, but no, Eddie said no. Eddie said no. Oh.
Is that it? Is that it? Is that it? 2, 3, no.
There's too much fight left in Eddie Edwards for that. Too much fight. And Carl Anderson knows it. Look at this. This TKO. Boom. I thought it could have been enough, but no. 1, 2, and a kick out.
Kick out with the left shoulder by Eddie Edwards. Left shoulder, he wears the tape on it. Just some of the many wounds of war for Eddie Edwards.
Oh, going for the gun stun.
Nope.
No, again, no, into LG.
Oh, wow, got caught.
Uh-oh, here goes, look, David Finley flying out. Oh, didn't connect all the way with that.
Smart to roll off the unprettier, but Juice keeping the momentum going. Eddie!
Oh, knee party!
Anderson's out, ref in position. It's
what
over.
A great win, what a great win.
Here are your winners, FinJuice and Eddie Edwards.
How fitting that it was a Boston knee party that perhaps will ignite the revolution inside the Impact locker room.
Look at that Boston knee party right on the chin. Eddie Edwards gets a hell of a win over the brothers in Kenny Omega.
All 6 of these fighters know that they've been in just that, a fight. But that is what the very best do each and every night in order to call themselves champions. FinJuice, the tag team champions. Kenny Omega, a triple world champion. And coming up, 6 wrestlers will vie to become the #1 contender. Next in line to face Kenny Omega. I'd like to see what Eddie Edwards has to say about all this when all is said and done as well, D-Lo.
And this to me seems like shot across the bow. This to me seems like, hey, Impact Wrestling, we're not down, we're not out. We have just begun this fight. It's gotta feel good for those guys to get that win. It's gotta feel good.
Pictures tell you the story, the smiles on the faces of the victors and the anguish on the faces of those that have suffered defeat. If I know the brothers, Kenny Omega and Don Callis, they're not done. Not by a long shot. D'Lo, let's collect ourselves and get together and talk about what we've seen here so far tonight.
My goodness, Striker. What an incredible win for Eddie Edwards, and things are just starting to heat up.
Yeah, absolutely. This coming Thursday on #Impact on AXS TV, Ace Austin and Madman Fulton will challenge FinJuice for the Impact World Tag Team titles. It's all about being champion here. And now that brings us to our next match. It's our main event. Who's going to be the #1 contender? Who's next?
We have a new Impact World's Champion in Kenny Omega. We have to get down to getting a #1 contender. There's going to be a 6-way match to determine the #1 contender for Kenny Omega's Impact World's Championship. Our first qualifying match, Jake Something versus
Chris Bay.
Bay from behind, rolling up.
And all I ever need is one shot.
Radio silence!
This is the ultimate opportunity.
This is our final qualifier for this week. Kenny Omega is in the building.
Sami Callihan advances.
I'm coming. For what's mine?
The $3 grand toll with the tall task of keeping order in this one.
I've been here for a long time grinding, and you know what? I'm ready to be the hero.
The underdogs have been coming out on top. The dogs have been barking in this tournament.
And he taps out.
All 5 of you need to understand that this is my year. It doesn't end at Under Siege.
All right, our final qualifier. A message to the whole Impact locker room, he said.
Capable of hurting whoever I want, whenever I want.
You want to be the guy who looks across the ring, Kenny Omega, and you want to be the guy to bring the title home.
And now 6 of the finest warriors to ever walk through an Impact Wrestling locker room vie for the prestigious opportunity to be #1 contender to our championship. All right, D'Lo, here we go. Ooh, we start with the favorite, huh?
Oh, yeah.
This is your Impact Plus Under Siege main event. A 1-fall 6-way match where the winner becomes the #1 contender for the Impact World Championship. Introducing the first competitor from a compound somewhere close to Anonymous, Ohio, the Draw, Sami Callihan.
Riding the high of this past Thursday on #Impact on AXS TV, the last time these 6 men stood in a ring together, Sami Callihan has become the favorite. D'Lo, I ask you, what would Kenny Omega think if he saw that entrance coming for him and his Impact title?
You know, it'd be something different because that's not something Kenny has faced. Sami brings a whole different mindset to a match. He's not just trying to win, he's trying to hurt you.
From the Bay Area, AVA, the ultimate finesser, Chris Bay.
You want to throw some money on a guy? You want to throw some money on a guy in this match? You want to throw some money on a guy in what's called futures, a future bet as well? Throw it on Chris Bay, man. Okay?
This kid could easily go out there and beat anyone. I could see him on any given night going out there and putting on an incredible match with Kenny Omega. And in fact, I could see him beating Kenny Omega given the right circumstances. This is a kid to keep your eye on.
Agree with you 1,000%. Very special individual. They don't come along very often, but I feel like I said that about a lot of people tonight. But there's a lot about our entire roster.
That's a good thing for this company.
From Long Island, New York, always ready, Matt Cardona.
Look no further than this man. He could have plied his trade anywhere in the world after having a stellar career. Chose to come here. When he came here, he had to deal with the guy they thought was his best friend, and now he's put that aside. Matt Cardona finds himself in a great spot.
And it's one he's accustomed to. He has won championships everywhere he's gone. This man knows how to win. He knows how to wrestle. He's going to be a great participant in this match.
From Toledo, Ohio, Trey Miguel.
You mentioned that Sami Callihan doesn't go out just to win, he goes out to hurt. Trey Miguel and Sami Callihan have no love lost between themselves. The question has been about the heart and the passion. That's what Trey's talking about right now.
He's He's got so much heart and passion. He put heart on his chest, literally and figuratively. He's letting the world know his heart is the size of that ring. His passion is unfeathered, and he's got all the talent in the world.
Says he doesn't have to say a single solitary word. Now you can see it on his body, you can see it in what he does. Fair enough, I admire the opportunity, I admire the attempt.
From Detroit, Michigan, Chris Sabin.
You want to talk about the purest diamond, the best cut? No further than this man. You want to talk about a pure champion, a pure wrestler. Everything that Impact embodies over its long and storied history, it's right here, it's personified with Chris Sabin.
Chris Sabin is a former world champion. He knows what it's like to be at the top of the mountain, and now he's vying for a chance to become the #1 contender to get a second opportunity, a second fight at the Apple. Oh, you feel the mood just change?
The final participant representing Moose Nation, Moose!
D'Lo, did you see Moose's eyes darting around as everything started to normalize? Moose has publicly stated that he wants to win the world title before his contract expires. What is going on inside the mind of this athlete?
It looks like intensity. It looks like focus. Moose, the best pure athlete in, I don't care, any locker room you ever go to. 7 years in the NFL. This man has been a champion since the day he was born. And now he wants to hold the most prestigious title in all of professional wrestling, the Impact World Championship.
What did he do it? Have to win this one. 6-way scramble. One fall to a finish. The winner goes on to challenge Kenny Omega to the Impact World title. Already Trey and Sammy are getting reacquainted.
And right there, 6 of Impact's greatest warriors at the end. There can only be one. There can only be one contender for Kenny Omega.
Fighting, jumping pump kick for Sammy.
And Moose was inviting everyone in.
Yeah. Back taken by Chris Bay. Moose continues to fight everyone off. Andre the Giant-esque early on.
Oh, Trey coming with the quickness, but no. Moose is showing that power.
Moose came ready for this match. Moose has been...
wrestler in the world.
Around.
Better watch out. Oh.
Oh, perfectly.
Whoa.
Oh. Is that it? Is that it? No. Oh.
Double super kick there, and that finally gets Moose off his feet and out of the ring.
Here we go. Chris Bay, Chris Sabin. Nice roll through off the trap. Taking the leg is Chris Sabin. Coming back through, keeping the momentum. Trying to send Bay off, and he's successful. One-footed drop kick pushes off. Sabin, good job.
Yeah, very good job there, and then creating space. And now Chris Bay, you give Chris Bay, he's resilient. He keeps moving, coming back.
Shoulder to the gut. Back is given. Roll back through. Chris Bay keeps momentum. Baited Sabin in. Caught him on the way back through, and Chris Bay is up. Drop kick there. Good job.
Now Chris Bay's drop kick missed a little, but you see one went to the back of Sabin's head. It kind of missed, so he didn't connect all the way.
Trey Miguel saw Bay out of the way off the ropes. Up the clothesline is Miguel. Ducks the back elbow as well. They blur on your screen is Trey Miguel. Yep. Over. Good job.
You see how effortless this looks, and now... Oh. You don't ask Sammy to hit you because you know he will.
Shoulder tackle sends Miguel back, uses the momentum to send Sammy. Sammy uses the second rope. The inertia wins out.
And now, Death Valley driver.
Nailed it.
Yes.
No cover though, and there's Matt Cardona.
But here's the hard part when you're in multiple man matches like this. You can hit a maneuver, you can hit what you call a great thing, but you can't capitalize on it because you never know where somebody else is going to come from.
Good point. Long legs of Moose on the way. Cardona stops him. Smart.
Oh, smart
by Matt Cardona.
Yeah, and Cardona's gonna fly this drop kick, basement drop kick. But see, just like I said, you gotta keep eyes in the back of your head.
That's a great point you make.
In a match like this, you never know where an opponent's gonna come from, ever. Look, Trey Miguel's up. It's
like
just,
it's back to Trey and Bay. Yeah,
what the?
Pump up. Let's do this. No, I'll give you that. Let's go.
They're gonna fly!
Oh my gosh, the future is so bright with those two.
Wow. And look at this. Look, double jumping tope con helos.
Had a moment there where it looked like Bay and Trey, yeah, right. They realized that they were standing, so why not? Let's fight.
And in these two, I want to watch these two lock it up for years to come. Oh, not on the apron!
Gosh, God willing, we live and be well. Not gonna be able to see him do much of anything after that.
That just stopped Bay in his tracks. And yeah, look, Sammy's smart to go capitalize on it. He isolated Bay with that powerbomb on the apron, and now rolling back in the ring. Everybody else is down. Let's see if he can take advantage of the lull.
Bay stopped himself, forces Sammy to charge in, back elbow. Bay exposed his back, and Sammy took advantage. Oh boy.
Oh, tree of woe. Oh!
Sammy is going to use Cardona.
Oh my, what is he?
To keep Bay in place.
Bay is locked in there. Cardona's literally sitting on Bay's legs.
Yes. Guys are trying to get out of there. We've seen it tonight. We saw a title slip away from up there this evening.
And Bay is, look at Bay!
Wow.
Look at Bay! Whoa!
Beautifully done!
Nice! What core strength that takes right there. Chris Sabin with the elevated drop kick. Uh-oh, coast to coast.
Man, oh man.
Bay had a moment of flash there, and
no, Miguel says that Chris Bay just coming back from injury in the last few weeks. Gosh.
What, I mean, you're in a very precarious position there, and everyone unloaded on Bay.
Swim through, Trey Miguel has Chris Sabin.
Nice, nice.
Dragon.
If he can get that arm over the leg, it's a nice dragon sleeper there. You can see Trey was trying to reach for that arm.
Moose doesn't care what it is.
No. Oh! And Moose just hangs in the air with that drop kick.
How about Bay? Don't count Chris Bay out.
No Bay. Chris Bay's going down that easy.
Moose staggered. Wow. Oh my gosh. Oh.
I mean, Chris Bay, literally, his head is 9 feet off the canvas, and Moose just pinpointed a drop kick on his chin. Are you kidding me?
Trey Miguel holding on to the top rope with his right hand. It's the only thing that's saving him right now, trying to lower his base. Does not want to get taken over there by Moose.
No, that's a smart move to sit down. And
Moose is down.
Can someone take advantage of Moose being down?
There we see Trey.
Trey's looking around,
starting to realize where they are.
Well, Trey was also
fresher.
Trey was also looking for his opponents.
Great point.
Oh, superplex!
Got it. Wait a minute.
Boom!
Just like that.
Cover.
Is this it?
Oh!
No disqualifications in this one, and man, you know, gosh, Chris Bay, I remember. Look at this. Watch.
Look at this superplex.
But watch Bay.
Before Moose can even get up, Bay is in the air coming off.
Yeah.
And there's Sami Callihan with the equalizer. You know, the great equalizer.
Bay said that he used to look up to Moose until he realized that Moose was looking down on him. Just there, Moose was looking up at Chris Bay. A very interesting little side story.
Little dynamic there. Nice little story there. I like that. But now I think Sammy's got cruel intentions in his mind.
Talked about Sami Callihan being slated as the favorite here, coming off of that victory.
Ooh. And Bay knows what's about. Oh, jumping knee strike.
Nice. Here we go. Here we go.
Can Bay capitalize?
Oh.
Oh, no.
Cover. 2.
Yeah, Cardona smartly makes a save there because that could have been it. This is why you feel Sammy's the favorite, because he's willing to do anything.
Yep, I agree with you.
And look at that chair. Did you see the bend in that chair?
Yes. Put his head down. Matt Cardona may be able to take advantage of a mistake here. Is Matt Cardona going to punch his ticket into a match?
Oh, he's about to punch his boot into Callahan's face.
Against Kenny Omega. Reboot. Is it enough?
Oh. No. That's one of Cardona's favorite maneuvers, and if he ever gets you in that position, you know what he's going for. Now what's Cardona setting up for?
Tension building.
Oh!
Perhaps he's trying to make Sami Callihan into a hot mess. Chris Sabin,
oh!
Look at that.
A DDT flatliner combination. Oh. The problem is when you hit two guys with a move, you're not focusing all your energy on one, so you spread it out. Not likely to get a pin on that.
Drop kick. We've seen drop kicks utilized a lot in this match.
Ooh, Scorpion.
Bay always finds himself in the fray.
Oh! Okay, he found himself turned inside out.
Wait a minute, radio silence. Moose is down. Sammy.
Oh. That's just silence right there. He's setting up for the stuffed pile driver. He's setting for stuff. Who's this? That's Carlin. It's Doc Gallows. What are they doing down here?
Well, we saw when we went off the air that Don Callis had an interesting look on his face. Sammy is perceived as a threat.
I think that's them acknowledging that Sammy is the favorite and the threat.
Meanwhile, Chris Sabin might be able to take advantage here. He's got Cardona rocked. Cradle.
Cradle shot, got it. Get it.
Is this it? Chris Sabin on his way.
Was that Moose? Oh,
good for
Sabin
Chris Sabin.
flying.
Good. Keep your momentum going here.
Yeah, don't let Moose stop it. Let's keep rolling here.
Sabin staying close. He's not gonna be able to whip Moose off though. No way.
Moose too strong for that. Too strong.
You have to use momentum. Sabin smart at that. Hooked up. Has Moose down. Is this it? No. Moose up.
Oh no!
No.
That's one of the surgically repaired knee that Chris Sabin has. He's torn that ACL twice.
I hate to see it end like this.
Oh no! Moose. Oh no, Moose just dissecting Sabin. Brian Hebner's checking on Sabin right now, seeing if he's able to compete.
The in-match odds are moving.
Oh, spear! Spear!
Is this it? Here we go! It's over!
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match is Moose!
Wow, what's ours? Not what's mine, what's ours? We've been so misguided thinking it was all about Sammy. Even the brothers, Kenny and Don, were misguided. But now they stand face to face with Moose as the #1 contender. What in the world is Kenny Omega gonna do now?
Matt Striker, you said misguided. I say miscalculated. You took out Sami Callihan only to turn around and to see a 6'7", 5-star athlete looking you in the face, Kenny Omega. You just rolled craps, my friend. You just rolled craps.
Can't play mind games with Moose. You can't see him physically. I'm so sure you're gonna be able to out-wrestle him. Moose said it best. He's the #1 contender. He's coming back for what's ours.